All right, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, welcome to day 2. You know the drill. YouTube Live Sports, Matty Harris, Shane White joining me in commentary. I did promise that we're going to have some guest commentators. How are you, buddy?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Just finished my intro and we'll get going. 2026 Women Classic Pairs, round 2. And we've got what promises to be a belter. We've got the GOAT and the current New South Wales Female Bowler of the Year taking on the Scorchers. And I was speaking about these two. And this year they're a bit of a has-been mob because they're both ex-state players, but they haven't been selected for the next coming season. However, they didn't have the best day yesterday, but they finished on a high. So have a look at the classic pairs. This is after 3 rounds, and the ladies are just going through their one and only trial end, but we've got the leaders. I can't make that any bigger. That's what Razor Ray Pierce sent me. Jessica Tell and Karen Murphy, 49 shots in 3 games. The live stream that we had was the Farrell mum and daughter team from Club Marylands, and then we had Kate Walker and Dawn Heyman rounding out top 3 with a significant margin there. The live stream also, I think the live stream does pretty well because the Saunders girls, even though they're not related from WA, they also won on the live stream, and they're currently sitting pretty in 4th, and Verdict and Murphy in the top 5. But that's going to move around. There is plenty of cash on offer, and as you know, viewers, the sun's in my eyes. We're sitting off the west of the sun. That will get a little bit higher, but the forecast temperature today, a top of 33 at 3 p.m. So there's a nice breeze. It's always windy here at Taren Point, and a northern nor'easterly wind about 15 to 25 k an hour. So look, that's pretty much the details. We don't really know what the green speed is. I'd imagine with the dew from this morning, they did get out there very early, around about 6 o'clock. Was running about 15 by the end of the day, 14 and a half. Probably looking at around about maybe 12 or 13, maybe 13. But Jane, just tell us a bit about yourself as the girls get through their first end. Just we worked together for Platinum when we were at Wenty Leagues, and you were actually just having a beer. And my part was I was the host of Platinum, and then you were my co-host. And yeah, we worked well over those couple of hours. But just tell us a bit about your background.
Yeah, no, that was a great day at Wenty Leagues. But from the Gold Coast originally, well, Tasmania originally, but then spent most of my bowls career on the Gold Coast at Helensvale, and moved down to Taren Point about this time last year. So yeah, looking forward to my first upcoming pennant season with the guys.
Brilliant. Now we better do a bit of disclaimer. You are the partner of the madam who's on the mat at the moment, Louise.
I am, yes.
And how long have you guys been together? About 12 months-ish? Don't give us an exact date because you might get in trouble.
No, it's coming up to 2 years in a couple of months. So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
And out of respect, Louise lost her mum, who'd been battling cancer, I believe, for quite some time, and was buried or cremated or had the service, about 2 weeks ago?
Last Monday, yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, a week ago now, almost.
So quite fresh. But how's she holding up? As best you could. I mean, obviously, Mum had been unwell for a bit.
Yeah, correct. But under the circumstances, mate, she's she's holding up pretty well. Very strong lady.
Yeah, and a great community around her. I've known Louise quite a long time, and it's nice to see that she's got a nice fella on her arm. So you meet the approval. I'm sort of not an adopted brother, but a long lost uncle. But anyway, it's great to have you. Now look, the other person that's standing on the mat that she's having a crack at, current Pulse New South Wales Female Bowler of the Year, current Jackaroo, also has a significant bowling partner in Carlos, and I think Carlos might be watching. So Carlos, get on to YouTube Live Sports. I'm hoping you are, and just give us a hi, just to say that you are watching and that you're showing a bit of love there. But mate, her rise to fame, looking at, she actually just went for barefoot bowls up at Queensland and fell in love with it, and then found her way down here. Now she played for Queensland and she played for New South Wales and now a Jackaroo, but I know she won the World Mixed Pairs with Nathan Black, I think in 2023, and I will get my cheat sheet out, but that's just from the top of my head. Let's just talk.
Throw in plenty of state titles and Australian titles, and she's been in very good form in the last 12 months.
So
especially.
if the game goes to the menu, we're up for a cracker, and the greens are running beautifully here. But just tell me, what have we got here at the moment? We've got obviously Louise is using the Conquest, which is the light blue with the white. Jessie is using the LS Lee Selby 125s, and that's a purple speckle bowl. In the hand of the GOAT, Karen Murphy. And for those who don't know that term, it's the greatest of all time. We're not saying that she's how you going, but she's been around, and she's no longer a Jackaroo. She's assistant coach of the Jackaroos, and I think head coach of the Para guys and girls there too. So she's using the XGs, the green, and our over 40s New South Wales rep. So we've got people who have been part of the higher end of the game. And this is Leanne Chinnery, and she's using the maroon. Or maroon, I'm not too sure. What do you call it coming from Queensland?
Maroon.
Okay, maroon. Well, let's go maroon. And so we know who you're barracking for. However, I'm a very neutral spectator. But 2 bowls behind the head. The rest not too far in front, but not a bad start. 14 ends. We're playing 3-bowl pairs today, not the classic walking pairs. Your format, do you prefer the 2-2-2-2 or this?
No, the traditional 2-2-2-2.
And why is that? Because I've got my reasons, but
I just think it levels out the playing field a little bit more. Like, given Karen Murphy 3 bowls in a row, she's not going to miss 3 times in a row too often.
Yep.
Where having the crossover, and I think it just levels out the playing field a little bit.
I agree. I love if I'm leading, I then get to play third, and I'm involved in the game. So, and you get a bit more exercise. But look, it is a sport. It's not a game. So look, Murph's holding one. Where does she go? She's obviously on the forehand.
Yeah, I think she just wants to play this one a little bit tight. Come under lose there. She looks like she's just going to hang out there a bit. It seems to be a little bit slower than yesterday afternoon. That dew this morning.
There was a lot of dew this morning.
Yeah.
And they had this roller before they started cutting. And look, what a great bunch of volunteers. The president, I think it's Gary, and there was a couple of other people here. It was incredible seeing they're all working in action, because a club like this doesn't become as successful as it has been for many, many years without a great culture. Have you found that?
Yeah, 100%. Well, as you just mentioned, like Ray and I got here about 7:20 this morning to start doing some stuff, and there was already about 10, 15 people here, and most of the stuff had already been done. So, the culture around here is really good. Everyone's willing to put in to help out.
And that's what you need. And look, sure, there's some paid workers, but there's a number of volunteers doing their best. Now, we've got 2 greens, and I look over the whole of the playing here. We've got 7 rinks here, as I spoke about yesterday, and 7 on the other. We've got the Jack Wills Memorial Green with rinks 8 to 14. But there's just talent. And I'm not talking on the optic eye, I'm talking about bowling talent, because I am a mere male, and I'm a heterosexual male like you are, so I'm not here to pervert the women, I'm here to pervert the bowls. And I'm a big fan. It's a bit like, there was a nudie beach way back in the 80s that my dad would mistakenly take us to. And Dad, clothing's optional. And you go, well, that's okay, less washing. Anyway, so, I've come from a stock of being in an all-boys school, so, when I went to my first dance in year 10, it was like, oh my God, girls, but I'm a little bit settled at 55. But there is some wonderful matches that are coming. We spoke about the options of the stream, and there are plenty of options. The next game is going to be Miss Walker and Dawn Heyman. And then we've got Moran. So, whatever you're doing today over the Australia Day long weekend, whether it's putting a shrimp on the barbie, which I can't believe that's what we're known for in America, but enjoy. So, can you see the monitor, or is that too glary?
No, that's okay.
Once that sun gets back down.
Pretty close here again. She set that head up pretty well, just ran through a little bit further than she would have liked there, though.
So she got 1 bowl in the head, Jessie. Louise coming down on the forehand. Both leads obviously feeling themselves out. Obviously, they're their own person, but it's not about. Obviously, you want to get your bowl closest to the jack because that's the idea of the game. But when you've got the skips like we've got here, you want to give them a better option on how they can convert. Obviously, you don't want to get on the mat and you're 3 down and your 3 bowls are short.
Yeah,
because it doesn't give a player an option to convert. 100%.
And I think that's where you'll see, the class of both Louise and Jessie here. Just on the first end, you can see they had quite a few short bowls, and even just coming into the second end, they've already started correcting to make sure they're missing past already. So
yeah, correct.
Pretty good here from Karen, just running through as well. So
this hand yesterday morning was the narrower hand, but the wind direction definitely from the north will it will switch around to the northeast, and then it became an easterly. So wind not as much of a factor at the moment, but we know it will be. It's more a case of the green quickening up in speed, and we're playing on Tiff. Tiff Dwarf, I believe.
Yep.
And within about an hour, do you think that moisture will start, depending on obviously the breeze? We've got a cloudless sort of sky.
Yeah, I think it's actually because they did roll it and cut it so early this morning. I think that moisture's already starting to come up out of the grass already. But you'll, I think, yeah, give it an hour or so, and I think we'll start seeing it pick up a few seconds pretty quickly.
Yep. Now, as you're noticing with the cameras, it's hard to pick up the depth of the head at times unless we've got an overhead shot. And look, I'm looking at drone technology and everything to try, and we don't have a boom, we don't have 3 staff members, it's just me. So it is hard to see, but that shot bowl of Karen is about a bowl in front, where Louise's bowl is sitting a foot behind.
Yep.
So that's generally how it's set up. All right, where's Karen going with her final bowl?
As you just saw Jessie directed there, she just wants to kind of just sit in on Louise's bowl that's just passed. If she does get a toucher, can give it away, but probably tidies up the head a little bit.
Now, why are you saying tidies up the head? What do you mean by that?
It's a pretty good shot there for Leanne. Soft toucher there, she can make 2. If she gets it right through, she can make a couple out on the wing on the out where Jessie's standing. So
is she looking for the jack here, or is she looking to land Karen's bowl?
Either or is a good result here. If she's a touch tight and gets a couple of rolls out of Karen, she can make 1 or 2 as well. So
she
she's
looks like she's
pretty good weight
in the area. It's just going to dive under.
Yeah. She probably was just lacking a metre or so there as well, I would say.
Yeah, now look, it didn't swoop, but I want to say hello to my little friend, because this is what I do. Yeah, you ever been dive bombed by a magpie?
Absolutely. Live in Australia, everyone has, haven't they?
Yeah. So that's the swoop factor. But there we go. So look, what was the count on that? That was 1, wasn't it? I believe it was.
I believe it was only 1.
So we are a 2...
no, it was 2. Louise has just put the scoreboard up. We're 3-0 on 2 ends.
So
and Jess has rolled another short end, so it looks like they are sticking to this game plan as...
Good start for the Cabramatta Bull Ants over the Taren Point Scorchers. We've got our president here. Are you just watching, sir, or are you wanting to ask what we need?
I want to ask what you need, like our Taren Point signs.
Okay. All right. Well, what we might do at the change of ends, we might have a crack and see how we go. And that's Mr. President Gary. So we're a professional show here. And the other little friend I haven't introduced you to is say hello to Mr. Chalky. All right, because he's going to be coming out every time the jack's moved again.
There's 2 ends in a row where Jess has started with a good toucher. She did run away a little bit this time, but very good start.
Now, I am just adjusting my cameras of where they are standing on the mat, because my first game yesterday, the mat was basically in front of my face. It was minimum, and I really struggled to adjust.
It's another great shot from Jess, another toucher.
Oh, stop it. Problem is, with the sun is so low, it's really hard for me to see my pink little mouse to press all the buttons. That's 2 in a row. I am after a an image of Ruben Wiki for the Wicks. I've got a couple of things, but I've got most of the characters done, but here's a pretty good effort here from Louise.
Just going to pull up on her, but they're both setting up a really good head here.
Good to see. All right, let us have a chance to have a look at what Jessie looks like on the mat. Very well balanced, follows through, coming up to the head after her third bowl, being very present with Karen. There's a lot of times where you need to sort of dominate the green. And Shane, how can they do that if you're a player that's really trying to, maybe so this is not their head, it's now Taren Point's head, but how do you perhaps use your presence, not only just your bowls, to help sort of, not intimidate, but just, I'm the boss here today?
I don't think it's so, especially at this level. You know, not too much is going to get under Karen's skin. Oh, that's a great shot from Louise there as well.
All right.
6 very good bowls from these two up front.
Well, we've got to see it again on the YouTube Sports live replay. We did click it. Have a look at this. Shapes there, great touch, moves about 3 feet from her area where she aimed it. In the area, lands it, plants it, 2 shots. Thanks very much. But yeah, we do see some people carry on.
Yeah.
Like the late Rob Perella. Friggin' hell, it was on like Donkey Kong, you know. So that's an extreme.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think at this level it's you know, not too much is going to get under Karen's skin, so or Leanne's for that matter. So I think it's more just about encouraging your teammate. Get a bit of noise around when they do play a good one, high fives and stuff like that.
Because if you go over the top and you red line at the start, you got nowhere to go.
Yeah, no,
so you got to build.
I think it's definitely more about, at this level, encouraging your teammate more than intimidating the opposition.
Yeah, good. But look, we know with cricket, normally today I normally watch a one-dayer, but that's now no longer happening. But the sledging. Have you heard some pretty good sledges in your time?
Yeah, I probably have. I can't think of much off the top of my head, but
it's like a joke. I can never recall a joke. All right, Murph, she's on her way down. Just going to let go. Oh, she got a nice little friendly.
Tell you what, it probably doesn't look like it on the live stream here, but you have got about 6 bowls or 7 bowls inside less than a metre there.
The whole head.
Pretty much, yeah. It's only Leanne's which has ran through just that little bit further. But
look, both these teams are up for this match.
100%.
I spoke to 2 of the skippers this morning, and they said, "Oh, we've got a tough game today." Now, had Leanne trailed that would have been a better result because it tucked the jack away, but she just missed it.
Well, it just depends. She didn't want it to jam and come up the green, though, because it could come up the green to Karen's 2 short bowls there, so...
100%. I told you, viewers, we're going to have some special guest commentators. I know my stuff. The bloke next to me, he's not just a good banker. He's, and which bank? And it's not the one you think.
Bendigo Bank.
Oh, Karen, she wants it
What
clean.
a shot here. That is a great shot from Karen. She's actually probably a little bit unlucky there. She's only made 1, I believe. A little bit more of the jack. She could have easily made 2 or 3 there.
Now, I am hesitant to play the replay, viewers, because we don't want to miss, but let's have a look at it. Talk us through it, mate.
Just perfect weight. Come in sitting on Lou's bowl. She probably didn't want any of that jack actually watching the replay, but that's just a great shot. Karen Murphy doing what Karen Murphy does.
Do this one first.
And another one to Cabramatta by the looks of this. Oh no, it is 2.
Okay, that's a good
So
pickup.
that's very, very good shot.
So
from,
you had the chance to speak to Louise yesterday, and they didn't get away to a very good start. And when I had a chat to Louise last night, and as I was heading home, yeah, they weren't deflated, but they were going, well, I don't know, we just didn't show up. Any summations on they picked themselves up from yesterday? Because today's another day. It's on the day, a bowl in hand.
100%. These two are definitely good enough to beat anyone on their day, so I don't think they're going to be worrying about yesterday too much. They were a little bit disappointed, but they come away with a I think it was a -1 and a -2 maybe in their first 2 games.
Yep.
So they were in every game, but yeah, pick it off today and 4 wins today, you know, gets them right back in it. So I don't think they'll be overthinking yesterday.
And you mentioned a very good point there, Shane. Overthinking.
Great shot from Jess again.
A lot of viewers out there who are watching, you've got to get out of your head and back into the body, because if you overthink it, all it is line and weight. The game can be made a lot harder than it is. Have you been guilty of that, my friend, or have you got a bit of...
You haven't played bowls if you haven't been guilty of that.
So my advice is, things have changed since you last saw me. I'm now a Bowls Australia accredited coach. Just to formalise what I know, process. That's what helps me reset. Do you have a process that you try and use?
Yeah, I think if I am in a bit of a few ends of struggle, yeah, I think the reset for me is just stepping away from the rink for a couple of seconds. You know, just taking that extra time before even getting on the mat. That's probably where I try and pick it up, because once you're on the mat, it's all go. So just taking that time to reset before getting on the mat.
Good advice. So I'm just having a look at, so much is going on, and to focus on the gameplay. Lovely shot. Have they decided as a lead, and when I've played a lot of lead, I try and dominate one side of the green. They tend to sort of be playing the merit to what the head is at the moment. Is there anyone favouring a certain side going this way? It's obviously only our 3rd time going down after a trial end.
Yeah, I think Jess is going both directions. She's found that side of the green really early, so her forehand this direction, backhand the other. Where Louise, I think she's kind of had to swap and change a little bit, just because Jess is setting up the heads really well with her first bowl.
And that's the hard part, because you've got to try and get into your rhythm, and she's having to chop and change.
Yeah.
And that's what Jessie, I've watched her a couple of times now, is very good at front end. Okay, so this is how the head has set up, and obviously the Scorchers have got to stop the rupturing. It's not rupturing yet, but it's bleeding a little bit. Got to find a band-aid to try and get the mat and maybe change things up. The head looking up here. Who's it best set up for at the moment? Obviously the Scorchers are holding one.
Yeah, probably the Scorchers at the moment, with Louise's further back bowl. However, her shot is vulnerable with 3 seconds, but I think Karen, plenty of space for her to draw, because Louise's is still about 6 to 8 inches away there. So.
Yeah. And of this quality, we
and
know.
Jess likes this too, so I'm going to assume she's pretty close. That's a great shot from Karen, but still is just one down.
Yeah,
So
well
Leanne
done.
really wants to get another one in here now.
And the reason why I'm so grateful that I've got a younger brain looking at the head so quickly and identify so quickly, because you've been familiar with it for quite some time. When did you start playing this great sport?
17 and a half years ago.
Oh, how old are you?
25.
Oh, stop it. Oh, look, I did
Couple
start
of
playing
days.
bowls then, but it was carpet bowls in my hallway with my nan.
Yeah, no, couple of days.
Now look at what the pressure, or maybe the execution, is happening to the Scorchers with the first bowl from Leanne. Probably not what she wanted. Great line, but
I think she was just trying to be a little bit too perfect, and the green's not allowing for that at the moment, so she's better off giving it a chance and trailing that jack right through rather than falling short again here, I think. She just needs to really give this one a chance.
great advice.
She did give it a chance, all right.
Yeah, just trying to set that bowl at Jessie would have been a really good result for her. But look, it's in the spot. It's covering, as we say in bowls. It's in play, more so than the bowls that are short, as in that 30 centimetres. Anything longer than that, you've really got to get a howler to punch up a cannon, or get a dirty rub, or all those sorts of things. And I mean dirty unless it's called, because that's just part of our sport, right? And normally people don't do cartwheels at this level if they get a slider from a 2 foot wide bowl.
Tell you what, this is a big call here. So Jess has actually just called Karen on purple through green to get through Louise's. So she's trying to get Jess's but it's just hung out there. No turn with a bit of weight there. That was the first weighted shot we've seen.
And this is the interesting thing. I have some days I send that and it moves.
Yeah.
With that weight, because it wasn't
overly quick. It was just nice swinging weight, and it didn't move anywhere near as much as what Karen would have thought.
Now this is where, when you're next with me on a broadcast, I want to try and get a bit of chalk that I can put on the screen, and we can draw what they're trying to do, because we're describing what they're trying to do. But if we can just go old school. Okay,
Scorchers have the mat.
and we go a toucher, and we flip it over. We've got to try and help Gary get it in. Just pop it there and we'll adjust it as we go, because they're moving the mat left, right and centre. So yeah, what we're trying to do is our wonderful sponsors. We've got obviously the Point, the home of the Scorchers. We've got Katrina Wright, Property Excellence, and they're going to be involved in coming and having a chat with us a bit later on. And thank you to Callaghan Collision Centre. So please support the sponsors that support this tournament, because it does attract a quality field. And I'm just noticing that my camera probably needs a little adjustment on one of the legs, which I'll do soon, but sorry if it's not badly skewed, but that's just my perfectionistic brain, that it might be a rock under there or somewhere. It's only a little subtle change, but what happens is, stop it. That's exactly what you wanted, wasn't it? You get the mat and you nail it, but it hasn't fallen well for her, although there's a gap there.
Yeah. I don't think she'd be unhappy with that one. Jess has done it every end so far with basically drawing touch with her first. So Lou did have to make sure that that she capitalised when she did get the mat. We do need an update on the scoreboard though.
Yeah, thank you.
5-1 on 4.
See, Shane, this is what happens when you've got other people asking you to do things. Your process doesn't go the flow. So you forget to update the score, because that's the first thing I normally do. And that was the only thing that we forgot to do this morning, was to put out these point signs. We covered everything else. We even had time to do a little bit of a live stream to say welcome, hope we have a great day. We got to sit down. We didn't have a beer o'clock, but this is where my cameraman skills come in, with trying to see what else I can do to... Now, because of the structures where the shade cloth is, that is as best zoom as I'm going to get, because I can't go further back unless I drop the camera lower. But we'll work it out. There's more dynamic that's happening with the calibre of these players than what we've seen yesterday, purely because of the level of experience and gameplay. But it's on the day. You know, we know that the Scorcher girls didn't have such a great time of it yesterday, but they were licking their lips playing against, I would say, debatable, one of the
best pairings we've got in this country. Oh, there's no questions about that. 100%.
You know, I mean, you got an up-and-comer who's been playing a long time, and she's playing with a person, Karen Murphy, who has said she hasn't had a day off, and she's looking forward to having one tomorrow. Yeah. This is a person who's retired from bowls.
I know, right? Yeah, they still don't stop. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Karen and Jess may have won the Australian Triples and maybe State Fours or something like that recently.
I don't need to correct you, because we could say that they've done that.
Just talking about their combination, like yes. they do play a lot of bowls together, and so they are definitely one of the best pairings.
Well, we are watching two clubs who both are two of the strongest clubs in the country, and because we know bowls is, we are the best in the world. You could say almost two of the best clubs in the world up against each other. I mean, it's a big statement, but I know you've got to become Queensland clubs that have got 3 stories and lots of poker machines and all that sort of stuff, but I've been a part of the culture of both clubs, and been a sports mad fan for 40 years and a commentator for just as long. And when you come to a place like this, or you come to Cabra, you walk in and it's just like, oh, how good's this? I'm in bowls heaven. Where some of the clubs that have fallen by the wayside because of financial distress and all those sorts of things, and people dying, you know, we're trying to get our game to young people like yourself. But to say to come and play bowls for 4 or 5 hours in the hot sun on a Saturday, and you've got to train, they love playing barefoot, but they generally, that conversion rate of getting players to come and play. But what you brought to the game, obviously You're a fan?
Oh yeah, just through my family, so 4th generation.
Okay.
So yeah, my dad still is playing for the Windsor Wombats up in
my
up in
gosh!
Queensland.
He's with Jason, one of our broadcasters.
He certainly is, yeah.
A big shout out to Jason.
Yeah.
The Windsor Wombats. Oh,
Yeah, you
they're
probably
a
would have seen Dad was actually the one on the live stream the other day.
Oh, was
so, yeah, there you go.
They're a disgrace.
I know, right?
All right, what are we doing here?
There's a couple of different shots for Karen here. She can either go big and just get them, or she's just trying to draw a toucher about 1 metre. So Jess actually just gave her both of those options. So see what she does. It looks like she's just playing the nicer way to try and trail the jack here.
She
She's
likes it.
pretty
She's
close.
following it. You just hold through the cameras. Hold.
Yeah.
XGs don't hold as much as maybe a straighter finish bowl. They don't hook.
No, they definitely have that later hook. So,
Yep.
yeah, even that last couple of metres, I think Karen knew that it was going to go under, but...
Yeah, but I know with the conquest that Louise is using, at the very end, they did just go that extra foot across. And it's like, oh, I don't know how to control that.
Yeah, very straight bowl 90% of the way up, and then...
That last bit.
Yeah.
All right, what's Leanne trying to do? Because they've got a cast of thousands in the head.
Well, she was trying to cover. Louise asked her to get in between Jess's two there.
Far off.
A trail here is 4 or 5, so I think Leanne actually is probably 3 or 4 foot short there of where she actually wanted to be. It is probably option B, though. It has maybe changed it up a little bit.
Could it have been better if she played the other hand and come under that bowl of her own and then just come around? But we do have Louise's bowl that's got the tee, so we do know if the end is killed, we're not thinking Karen's going to use that weight. It goes on a respot. Bowls move everywhere, so as it stood, the Scorchers would win the respot. But if Karen goes big, we haven't had anyone on this rink live stream yet that's got a licence to drive.
Oh, you've definitely got a different day today with Karen Murphy, then Dawn Heyman, and then Kay Moran after that. So
I'm putting on the helmet and the protector. Because when Razor said, you want to be side or behind, I said, I ain't going behind the rink. No way, mate. I'm a scaredy cat. Let's see if this gets back.
Well, it's a touch wider than the last one.
Good area.
Less weight, so she was just trying to draw it this time, and she has. What a great shot from Karen Murphy.
That deserves the crowd to go wild. Tell me, as we look at the YouTube Live Sports replay, when it comes through, that is just class.
Absolutely, under pressure there. She didn't want to play that same weight as her second one, sorry, because of Leanne's short bowl there. So
but she
just went back to the draw.
She had half a foot to draw it.
Yeah, just...
What the?
And draws a rest inside toucher. Why not?
Oh, dear. Now, the funny thing also is having a co-commentator. You're very accommodating and easy to talk with. But if I start gasbagging around great shots that have just happened at the close of the end, the first thing I have to do is change the scoreboard. But before that, you change the camera so you don't get Paul Leeds bending over in front of the camera, popping their mat down. Anyway.
But, yeah, so Cabramatta, well, Karen with the last bowl there gets the mat back, and Jess has just done exactly what she's done pretty much every end when she's had first bowl. She's just about 6 to 8 inches short there. Louise not happy with that one.
Just watch your head, mate. Stand up for all you like. We might have to move that for you. As the game gets going, I'm not controlling all this stuff as an orchestra conductor. I get up too because this is like, I'm really riding the game with the players. They've had the mat in a similar position, both players just throwing a different length from what I'm observing at the moment.
Yeah, last end, yeah, Louise just went that maybe 2 or 3 metres longer. But yeah, Jess got the mat back and went straight back to that shorter-ish length,
So viewers on the live stream, we've only got a pairing. So if you have a get-to-go on the live stream, you can see that metre either side of the middle of the jack. We are very appreciative of these players all been on the live stream before. Yesterday we had a lot of very excited. Oh, I'm on the telly. Oh, you know, so it's look. I love what YouTube Live Sports are doing. We've got a number of broadcasters now. The Windsor Wombats. I love watching that stream. It depends on how many beverages that our broadcaster Jason is very professional. But the longer the day goes, the looser the lips get.
You've just summed Jason up in one sentence.
And the crazier the crowd gets. They are rowdy there.
Queenslanders, mate.
All right, where does Louise go with this? She's trying to get behind, doesn't she?
She's just trying to draw another one. I think her second one was really good, so I think she's just trying to double up. Just hasn't quite reached. Just got one roll out of laid Jess's down, though.
So you're walking down, you're Karen Murphy. What are you doing?
You're just playing, well, Jess has given us a good indicator there, just showing Jack high, but she's just trying to draw it, get a roll out of Jess's up onto the Jack. It's just, if you are a little bit, you've got to give it a chance, because if you are a little bit quick, you can also trail that Jack.
So, in the head of a skip, clearly Jess has shown what they want to do, played their card. They haven't, it's not like whispering going, oh, we're going to play this and volley there. But these guys have been around, they know the game of play, they know generally what they're going to play. So how does then Leanne, obviously she's got to play the bowler in the hand, but she can't do anything until she sees what happens.
Correct, yeah, you just got to...
So she's left the head thinking, what would I like to do, but you really got to work out what's happening. So does that change the shot she plays now with where that ball's gone?
Not for Leanne. I think she's still just trying to get to Jess's just off the centre line there. If you get past that, you're covering count kind of thing.
Okay.
And then if Karen does get it with the next one, Leanne's still got 2 bowls to fix it up. But
yep.
She's a little bit wide here. The speed was pretty good for what she was after.
Well, we've got the music going with Taren Point at the moment. It won't be long before YouTube suggests, hey, listen, copyright, you better turn that off. You watch. It won't be long. I haven't had any red flags yet, and when that says end stream and it's gone, we know that the broadcast is gone. These pick up everything. All right, so what's... So she's getting the instruction. I better give you some image.
Yeah, same shot as what she was trying with the first one. She just got to tighten it up, maybe lose a foot or two, and just get back to Jess's bowl.
So Louise is the current club singles champion.
Yes,
here at Taren Point, yep. And you're the current club champion.
Yes, I am actually. Yeah.
And that happened pretty much close together, didn't it?
Same day, yeah, on the rink next to each other. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't get too many of that partners winning on the day, and with Louise, all the turmoil that's been going on for her, have a bit of joy and celebration. But I know with the Bendigo Bank that you work at, you've had so much time off with everything. Champion of champions, fortunately, I don't like to boast too much, but I've got the club singles title at DY, and I'm looking forward to going. It is in a metropolitan Sydney area of the Club Marylands, but we're hoping that we're going to meet each other in the round of 16, but you might not be there because you can't get time off work. Is that true?
They've planned it pretty poorly, I'd say, coming up to the Easter break, so school holidays and everything, so I'm still
undecided.
I'm still trying my ways with work, so I'm sure I'll be there.
I'll check on Bowlslink, see if you get the entry in. How good it'd be if we draw each other. I won't roll over for you, but I think you might have more of a chance of progressing than me, but you got to be in it to win it. Anyway, what do we got here? Louise. Does Louise get animated on the green? She's sort of bent with her knees then?
She's far too quiet on the green. I tell her this all the time, but...
And what was that count?
No one has given us any sign there.
Yeah. Leanne, what was it?
1.
We're having a moment. She just gave us a sledge.
She did.
Did you hear that? She said, what were you watching? There was only 1 bowl in the head.
That's all right. It's going to come back at us soon because in a couple ends time we've got to change over in commentary, and we've got the one and only Ray Pearce coming in, so I'm sure he'll have some sledges back at her.
It's a lot of ducking. We've got some bullets flying over our head. Hey, we're trying to be cruel to be kind here. Yeah, look, good fun. No flies on my back, I can tell you that for a fact. I'm good, just ask me, but I won't put the F in front of it, but
Bit of egg jam.
Yes, it was a big jam. But actually, when I spoke to Leanne, she said, "Oh, yeah, I'm a has-been, and I had it or I never was." And she looked at me and went, "What? How cruel are you?" And I said, "Well, you know." So I think I sort of laid out the branch very, very early, and she thinks that's how you're going to talk. I'm going to match you. Now, Dave is telling you to stop bragging. Who is Dave? Now, this is the problem. We've got these people that watch on our live stream. They've got this handle. We don't even know their proper name. Is his name Dave?
No idea. I've got no idea who it is. So
Go the Scorchers.
Go the
or
Scorchers,
Dav.
though, yeah.
Dav?
Dav171270.
All right. Hey, let us know who you are, because my co-commentator doesn't know. And you're a number one fan, so let us know who you are, or you can stay under wraps. I actually asked him the question, so to be fair, there's no bragging. I had to sort of bend his arm to get it out of him. All right, let's go back to gameplay, because we could talk all day about lots of different stuff. Talk shit, as we say. What's the length like? She's brought the mat up a bit.
Yeah.
Played a similar length, though.
It's still a very similar length to what the Cabramatic girls are playing, so not much. I think they're still pretty confident in they're playing pretty good heads. Like, Lou's got another couple of good shots in there, so...
Now, this wind is still from the north, so it's generally coming from the girls, if we're looking at them on the mat, from their right shoulder. Up the other end, it's coming from the left of screen, but more directly down the green at the moment. But see how that flag is just coming over when Louise lets the bowl go? Should hold the bowl out a little bit more, playing her backhand this way than the forehand. Let's just see if this holds, because it's just quite significant, because it's normally supposed to finish. What's the finish? It didn't let go.
It didn't, yeah, no, that definitely... That breeze is quite... I don't know if you can hear it through the microphones, but it is actually quite gusty, so there are a couple of few decent gusts, and Louise did cop one there, and it did just hold that little bit more.
Well, she wasn't far off where she wanted to be.
No. Out of the hand, I think she would have liked it.
Yeah.
And Jess was pretty close there, just ran through about a metre, so it does look like it's 2 to Louise, maybe.
So Shane, 1 bowl behind the head again. 3 bowl pairs. Generally, a rule of thumb, and I've spoken to a number of bowlers, 1 on 2 behind, generally you're not going to lose the end if you've set it up as a lead. However, we've got different things, but that's generally a formula that as a skipper, I try and encourage my lead to say, look, they're close enough to be in play. They're all within 30 centimetres, so they're not short at all. The heads have been brilliant.
David McCartney, it's who I beat in the final of the club singles, so there we go.
Good morning, sir. Oh, he's played his card. Well done on being runner-up, Mr. McCartney.
That's a good shot from Karen there. Really nice weight. She was a touch tight, but she has got Jess up 1 roll, so it is a measure now.
It is a measure between, obviously that Jack High bowl on the right-hand side of screen.
Yep.
And is Leanne trying to play through that and just sit?
No, Louise just said it is a measure, so just try and lose a metre, and she's just trying to draw basically up to Louise's there, just inside of it.
So she's using XGs. This should get back and almost get under.
And that should be the shot.
We have Jessie Cattell's bowl on the left of screen, and that is the only bowl that's holding them from 3, I believe, but very hard to promote that bowl, so they're looking at the open draw.
Well, Jess has just signalled 1, maybe 2 down to Karen, so...
1 roll of this is going to change it.
That's 2 really good shots from Karen. Nice weight again.
Okay, so as I said, these microphones that are around our head do pick up, and Louise is asking Leanne either perhaps maybe edge of bowl or just get through, not trying to punch it through, but with this weight it looks like she might have...
She played really nice weight for the shot. Just trying to get Karen's bowl up just 3 or 4 rolls there.
Because Karen's bowl was jammed in, but if she got it right in the guts, it should have pushed through. Sure, those two bowls would have maybe skewered, but her bowl would have stayed.
Yeah, definitely.
If she got it right in the middle. But this is where edges are so crucial at a game at this level. Okay. So, Karen's coming to the head. Did you hear what she called her to do?
Yeah, so she's basically pretty much called exactly what Louise has called, which is, you don't see this very often. So she's basically said try and get up through your own bowl there and try and pop both Leanne and Louise's out.
Because if she stays, she could be 3 or 4 up.
Could be 3 or 4, yeah.
And look what the catcher is.
It's
There's no way that Jack, unless she's under, there's no way she's going to slice that over to here and drop 3.
Which Karen Murphy playing for that split there, you can't see her really getting under the Jack by that much.
Unless a player...
Someone like me or you probably.
You'd be going, what are you doing? We had shots, you idiot. We're now down 3. Let's see what happens. Look at her process. God, it hasn't changed in years. And that's what it needs to be. Sees the shot. The last thing she thinks of is her weight. I've spoken to her about this. Let's just watch.
Oh, that's a great effort. She was just lacking that weight that she wanted. She probably just wanted another metre or 2, but she still may have made a couple here.
Say hello to my little friend there, Shane. We're not allowed to play Bob the Builder, but we've got a measure coming out. Now, it's not the Wiggles, but we try and entertain as best we can. And if you don't like my animations, you can go and get stuffed. All right?
Love it.
Love it. It's my coverage. You know what? I've got no one sponsoring me. I can tell you now, I'm not being paid a fortune to be here. It's a job of love. I haven't volunteered. I've made a little bit of money to cover my fuel and the tolls and some lunch. They have looked after me here. But look, the YouTube Live Sports crew... guess what?
What little animations do we have for this one?
We just don't have a Ruben Wiki. Do you know who that is? That's
Can't even
umpire.
see it.
That is umpire Dickie Bird, who was one of the best cricket umpires in England. We had him walking and doing all sorts of things, but yeah, umpire. So I know it's a little bit lame, and you know, but so measure for the second?
Well, I think it might even be for second and third. It looks like they've left 3 bowls there, so they've definitely taken out one of the Cabramatta's bowls and looking at the second one, and it may be even a third one.
So current score up until yesterday. Any surprises there? Obviously, look at the margin.
Well, no surprises that, as we were saying before, one of the best pairings in Australia at the moment are sitting on top. Massive plus 29 in their first game and a massive 49 across 3 games. Dawn Heyman also up there in the top 3.
Their match-up yesterday, they won by 2. Guess who they played? They played Genevieve Dirls and Natasha Van Elder.
And I was here watching that yesterday afternoon, and
cracking game.
Yeah, what a display of lawn bowls. Once again, 4 very class acts. So,
luck of the draw.
100%, yeah.
But you can turn up, and what I love about this sport, and you can play the world champion. And go toe-to-toe if it's on your day.
Yep.
If I'm to line up against, you know, Usain Bolt, he's just very significant with being the world record holder for 100.
You're not going neck and neck with him, mate.
I need a 50-metre start at least.
At least.
Oh, that's been generous. Maybe 20 metres. I'd be off 20 metres, like towards the finish line.
But no, if we get back to the scoreboard here, so a little bit further down we did have Kay Moran with 2 wins. Tash and Jen probably wouldn't have been overly happy with their day with only 1 win, but they did have a couple of tough games there as well, the same as Leanne and Louise with only 1 win. Yeah.
Still a couple of teams not on the board, but with the quality of this field, it's not surprised.
There was some quite funny comments made from the team on the bottom of the ladder this morning when we were giving out the cards, and they said to me, today can't get any worse than yesterday, can it? And then she had a look at her card, and she's got Karen Murphy next. She's got Leanne Chinnery next after that, and I believe that they may even be playing another top team in the last game as well. So,
Look, for me, that's Christmas. to play those versions of games. You just, because it brings out the best in you. You can see that the super dupers are out at the moment.
Scotty Gary's going around, is he?
I had a lemonade one yesterday, and yeah. What was that?
It was 3.
3 shots.
So Karen Murphy did turn 1 into 3 with that last bowl, so great shot.
And well spotted by Jessie to say, hey, let's do that.
Because they're
showing us the way.
It was the same call for Louise and Leanne, so it does show you that, you know, sometimes you got to be the first one to play it. Because if Leanne did play it, she could have made, you know, a couple herself.
Absolutely. And that's the chances, and that's the moments. So, like, viewers, if we had a howling easterly like yesterday afternoon, the heads might not be as close, but it doesn't determine the quality of the game. Have you seen that? Because a lot of people on the live stream when I was doing it last year were going, oh, they're rubbish, I could beat that, but good luck.
Oh,
it's
it definitely, you know, you got to take into consideration wind, speed of the green, conditions. Like today's going to be, I believe, 35, 36 degrees later this afternoon. So, you know, there are going to be a lot of people struggling in that kind of heat.
And this is the thing, they look, you've got to get up to the mid to high 30s to actually bring in player welfare, and you'd have shorter breaks, but Scotty's always been handing out. All right, now, did you see that shot by Louise?
Yeah, she it's not what she was after, I don't think. She was just a little bit quick there.
She wanted to reach.
She definitely wanted to reach, but she was just trying to draw up to her. Got a good result, though.
So many leads, when there's a bowl like that, niggle. Rather than building the head with 3 bowls, I mean, there's a free kick, right? I like playing 2-bowl.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. No, what a shot there from Jess, though. Like, Louise did give it a chance, and then Jess just draws a beautiful toucher, and made 2 out of it too, I
Never
believe.
apologise, my friend, if you need to go in, because I do get habitually get into jibber jabber, because yesterday it was just me. So I'm actually moulding and blending. But I reckon our coverage at the moment is way up to an 8.5 already. We're redlining almost. We're halfway through. 9-2. Not ungettable.
The way the game's still panning out, it's still anyone's game at the moment.
But Jessie and Karen aren't going to give many free ends.
No. Louise and Leanne definitely need to, you know, more bowls in their head to produce one big end, and then it's going to...
That's what I was glad you said, because the reason why we have a scoreboard like this at the moment is the bull ants have had more bowls in their head. Clearly bowls closer, but leading into those final measures...
Just more chances, exactly what we saw last end. Like, up until Karen's last bowl, Scorchers had shot. She sat the shot bowl out, 3 to Cabramatta.
Yep.
So
looks like it's 1 shot to the Bull Ants, which is Jessie Cattell. She's the current Bowls New South Wales Female Player of the Year. And I managed to do a bit of homework on Jessie, and I didn't run out of time last night because I didn't get away here till quite late. And I was just looking at her player profile, and I am going to boast a bit, but you keep focusing on the game, and I'll just let you know in her short career what she's done just last year. Karen Murphy.
just trying to tidy the head up here with a, you know, small toucher of the jack. That's a great shot. It's covered it up. And it's a little bit deceptive here. I'm not sure if it's 1, 2...
But she's put the kitty, or the jack, out of the way.
Correct, yeah. It's definitely made this a harder shot
so
for
visually,
Leanne.
A harder shot.
And Louise has just signalled 1 and a measure. So she's just going to try and get down on her backhand, just try and crack an egg on Karen's. You've got Louise's out there on the left.
Or if she's slightly high, she can come off Jessie's.
Yep. Plenty of...
So it's not a howler if she hits it. It's not what she's trying to do, but it's there to be used.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the area. XG's coming down. Not a bad sider. As Louisa said, pretty good effort.
Yeah, the weight was pretty good for the shot that she was trying to do. But Karen just looking to draw another one here, I believe.
So, Jessie Cattell debuted in the New South Wales Blues at number 243 cap number. She is the current pairs champion of club champions, and she paired with Selena Goddard. And she was the semi-finalist at the Champion of Champions in the singles, losing to the eventual winner, Maryland's Natalie Lewis, who was supposed to be here but wasn't able to get here. And we've got, I think, Kate Astley coming. But in the Australian Championship, she got gold in the fours. She got bronze in the triples. In 2024, she got silver in the Australian Open pairs. 2023, the World Bowls Junior Indoor with Nathan Black. 2023, she won gold in the singles at the Australian Championships. And way back in 2018, she won the Australian Open in the girls' singles.
It's one hell of a career for a 25-year-old.
What?
It's
What?
yeah.
I can tell you what Carl Healy was thinking. Punching, big time.
His resume is not too bad himself.
I wonder if they stay together and have a baby and they call it Jackaroo. Who knows? Junior Jackaroo. Jackaroo Junior. All right, Murph, what's she doing here? Shane?
Yeah, I don't know what Leanne's last one did there, if it's made it. I think it is definitely only one now, but is it 1 second? Is it 2 seconds? So I think Karen was just trying to get another one in there. If you touch the jack, you make a couple. But Leanne's got everything on the left-hand side of screen there past, so she can afford to play a bit more weight at this now, even if she gets her own up through Karen's or just misses wide and you get the edge of Karen's out there.
Yep. So they're having a mid-picket conference. They're having a look at the head, and we'll take this time to give our sponsors a bit of a shout-out. Thank you, Katrina Wright Property Excellence, for all your property needs. Trust Katrina Wright. We also thank Culligan Collision Centre. Great automobile. You have a Bing or a Bingle in the southern area, take it along to Culligan. Now thank you to The Point. Come on down. They've had beautiful refurbishments. I think it's Yum Cha today. This Australia Day long weekend. You are watching the Women's Classic Pairs, Day 2. 3-bowl pairs. Plenty of prize money. So sit back and relax. Hope you have a wonderful Australia Day long weekend. Or come on down to the club. We'd love to see you. 9-2. Halfway through round 4. Let's have a look.
This could be the bowl changer. Like this, she needs to get this one. 10-2 if she misses.
Joan, gonna get down.
Oh, she played really nice weight for that shot. She was just trying to pop the jack out there. And the reason I said that could be a game changer there is if she did pop the jack for 3, 9-5, but that's now stretched the lead 10-2 Cabramatta.
And so they get a couple of shots. There's a 4-point turnaround. Now it's 8. It's like every shot doubles. And I hate the way that does it in my brain. You get confused sometimes thinking, if I only just got that one, I would be 4 behind. I'd be 1 behind instead of 4. I think, how's that working?
It's definitely easy to think about, but the Scorch girls just need to think here, there's still 6 ends to go. So definitely not out of it, 2 an end, you're still winning the game.
Yeah. Well, forecast temperature to be the mid to low to mid 30s. It's not anywhere there yet. Here at Taren Point, how do you like playing in the breeze, mate?
Well, I was going to say it's pretty tough some days, but as you can see from Jess's first bowl there, they're making it look easy out there today. It is very gusty and always windy.
Mr. Chalky making an appearance. I've got this spray chalk that I'm trying to get rid of, but I've still got a couple of sprays. So I've had to change my pairs partner because the other bloke wasn't making me use it. No, I'm only joking, but that's Rye Berry. I know Rye's shouting out. They had a win in the 4s. He's playing 3rd in the club 4s, and at DY, the club 4s, it's pick your team. I'd prefer to see you got to have a 7 or a 6. You can only have 1 grade 1 player, but it's a stacked side, although their side's not stacked. They've got the president playing, an 87-year-old gentleman leading, and Brownie and Rye. So a big shout out to you. They got the win in the first round. They're straight through to the semi-finals. Probably you have to play a couple more rounds in the 4s here to get through to the semi-finals, but it's 4s. It's tough. When you've got some stacked sides, a lot of people go, well, what's the point? But hey, it's on the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason why the club 4s at our club aren't worried about it is because it doesn't count to anything except another title. You know, if it's regional, obviously then you try and have your best play. So I'd like to see the club a little bit more accommodating of welcoming some of those less experienced bowlers and making people become a bit more creative, just to make it a little bit more fun in the clubhouse at Clubland. All right, Louise with her final bowl before we change over. A bit of a looser head. When I say that, Jessie's got 2 within about a foot.
2 touches and a couple within a foot. And Louise has drawn the shot, I believe. So
well, thank you, Louise, for tidying it up.
We say a loose head, but maybe a little bit loose head for this calibre, eh?
I was being sheepish when we've got the goat on the green.
But as you said before, when you're talking 3-bowl pairs, 1 on, 2 behind, and that's what Louise has done here. She's just tried to give 2 bowls with a chance as soon as Jess nailed that jack. So
I'm telling you, Scorchers win this end. You watch.
Well, you've got Karen Murphy with 3 bowls to play. That's the only issue.
I'm known for big calls.
And Jess's is the one on the left-hand side of screen there is in a very good position, and there it is. Karen Murphy for the jack, straight out to Jessie Patel's bowl.
Oh, man. He's not the greatest of all time. Who's retired for Eddie?
Couldn't have scripted it better.
That's it. However, Louise having 2 behind has kept them in the game.
100%. Leanne's got a good shot on here.
Because now Jessie's 2 bowls, which were a foot in front, are now generally out of play.
Yeah, they really are. But
but they were cracking bowls.
Yep.
But they weren't behind. That's what I mean about the 3-bowl pairs. You've got skippers that are going to move that jack nearly all the time.
And Scorchers now basically have 3 bowls in play still with Leanne's and 2 of Louise's. So
this is a big backup bowl from Karen, and she's left it.
She would not be happy with that one. She really wanted to get past there or trail it first.
Sit and stay for 3 or 4, and then Karen has only 1 bowl left, which is the free kick, in my opinion, when you're playing 3-bowl pairs.
Correct.
Because you get that rhythm. You don't have to walk up and down. So where does she go?
I don't think she has the weight that she was looking for.
Look, this side of the rink, it's the ditch rink.
Oh, she did have the weight, sorry.
We are a good 2 metres from the ditch. So it shouldn't be a problem with people getting nervous around the bank. Less walking, not a cut as much. People step down on it. All right, talk me through it, Shane.
I think she's just trying to draw. She really needs to get another one in here. You don't want Leanne to have a 3rd crack at sitting this bowl. So she's just trying to draw another one. And she's on the trot. I think she's liking this one. She wants to sit the bowl fat, and it's got into a really nice home. So great shot from Karen there.
So why do you say that? She's obviously promoted the bowl, but that bowl then of Jess has then covered.
Yeah, so Jess's is now in a good cover spot. It's left a hole there as well, where before Leanne had a good chance for bowl and a piece of jack.
Do you see that position of her bowl, though? Karen's bowl is at the back of jack high, so it's actually, she's not going to get an edge to trail that jack over to the right of screen. So it was a really good position. This is a fair effort.
Straight out of the hand, she went to turn her back on it, but yeah, she didn't like that one out of the hand, unfortunately, so...
Line was good, but not for the weight that she was using. There we go. Change the camera, change the score, and then talk, Matt. That's generally the process I have in my head. It doesn't always work the same. And Shane, I think you've been stitched up, mate. Didn't you say you'll be here for 6 ends?
Yeah, I know.
Razor disappeared on me yesterday.
Ray...
Said, tomorrow. And I said, okay. But look, I actually think for flow of commentary, I need you to stay until the end of the game. Is that all right?
I'll make sure Razor gets in here for the 2nd game.
Yeah. I'd actually like to talk to Razor off, not on camera, but just between the break, just to talk to him about what's he doing here. But look, it's great to have you here.
I don't think you have time to listen to everything he does around this club, mate. We're very lucky to have Ray around this club.
He is a bit of a visionary too, has big plans for what's happening here, and I'm not surprised why you are attracting people back like Harley McDonald. Look, we're looking at here and we have got time to explain. Taren Point out of Platinum Pennant. Look, I think Platinum Pennant in its own competitions in its entirety is a great concept and great competition. There's always been Premier League, and you look at Queensland Premier League and the Victorian stuff, and I think that needs to stand alone. I want Grade 1 to be back with the best bowlers available. No fly-ins. It used to be able to have fly-ins. No marquees, just your best club talent. Last year, Corrimal wins the Grade 1 flag. A lot of people said, who cared? Because the best players aren't playing in it. But the best players for Grade 1 are available because that's what the landscape that Bowls New South Wales has done. We're broadcasting Platinum Pennant Season 3 from Carlingford, East Maitland, and we're doing all of Warilla's home games because Bowls New South Wales aren't broadcasting. So Benny Two Shoes will be doing Warilla, and you've got Kelly, Twos, Wedlock. That's Platinum. So Taren Point sadly got relegated. However, when speaking to your president, he said, oh, I don't know if Platinum's or what, it's in clubland, okay? So, Mount Lewis, and we might have to tap Leon on the shoulder, but that's okay. Mount Lewis lost players, got relegated. Taren Point didn't lose anyone and have attracted players. Now, you've got 2 teams in Grade 1 coming this year because they won the 2s in Metro South East. And so now you've got 2 teams, and you guys have been training and preparing since October. I'm going to a selectors meeting on Tuesday for my club to talk about pennants. We have got a Grade 1, Grade 4, Grade 6 and 7. So the professionalism's there. So the question is here. You have Axe, you have Pearce, and you have McDonald probably skipping.
Yep.
Where do you fit into that mould? Because I know they did put up a rough shadow option. Are you playing third for Razor? Or where would you like to play?
Hasn't been set in stone. We've got another trial this week against our other grade.
Because you had a trial against Cabra.
So we had Bargo 2 Saturdays ago, and then Cabramatta Friday night just gone.
Yep.
And then we got another one Saturday against Grade 1, our other Grade 1 side.
So not locked in stone, but...
No, I think everyone's pretty aware of the 3 skips, as you just mentioned. That's pretty well set in stone.
Look, what I mentioned is Corrimal didn't have those 3 skips.
Yeah.
Not them, but the calibre of what the ability is. I know that Taren Point have lacked front end with where they had, I believe, that was just in my opinion.
Yeah.
You had some great at the back end, but they just didn't have the head set up for those skippers to come in.
I don't know.
Because I know you're fairly new here.
I don't know what the selectors are thinking of doing or anything like that, but I think our front end will be quite strong this year.
I've seen it.
You'll have Kyle Hansen. Well, actually, no. He's broken his finger, so he'll probably be out for most of the season, actually.
Who's the current New South Wales... Taren, who's a current New South Wales player.
That's a great shot from Leanne there. She was a couple of down, so that was really needed with only 5 ends to go. But, yeah, it looks like... you have Taren, Louise, Kay Moran, Kaylin...
Stop it.
Kaylin Kuala from New Zealand signed up as well.
You got 2 guys who
That's a great shot from Karen there. One down in the head, and she's trailed it right through. So the ends did come with it, but it could have quite easily been 3 there.
Yeah, I've deliberately used this end to talk about Taren Point because I wanted to just to tell you, I mean, we'll get back to the bowls, and thank you for interrupting me, about the state of play here, because now I believe the Bull Ants are holding 1 and only 1 bowl each to play. But your quality of your women here are incredible. Oh, she got representatives all over the place, and it speaks volumes of the culture. So the selectors have a headache, but yes, you have to have 2 teams in Grade 1. I believe if Taren Point play to half of their potential, you win the state Grade 1 pennant flag. That's just from me being a part of 4 years of playing 1 or 2 division in clubland. From what you guys have seen from other regions, with what we've got at the moment, with no marquees, no fly-ins. I'm excited for you. I'm really excited for you.
The depth is definitely there this year for us. I guess we've still got to take every game on its merit, so it's, definitely can't get complacent before the season even starts. So.
No, but for me, I'm an old school. I think Grade 1 should be your pinnacle grade competition, and then you can have the Premier Leagues and all of those. Because look, you want people who are playing full time. Most of them aren't because they're having to work. They can earn a living.
Yeah.
And Bowls New South Wales have changed their dates. Queensland Premier League changed their dates. Bowls Victoria, I think, stayed the same.
It's
How many was that? Was that?
It was 1 to Taren point, so that was a great shot from Leanne there with her last one to 11-3, 4 to play.
Yes.
So still definitely in the game. I know they've only scored 3 shots, but the heads have been quite good for both teams. So I think Leanne and Louise definitely wouldn't think they're out of this just yet.
Oh, correct.
A couple more ends to Cabramatta and it will definitely get away from them, but
So it's about putting ends back to back.
they need to keep the mat every end from here, I believe. But Karen Murphy having the last bowl 5 ends in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
tough ask.
That's her reputation, but not only her reputation, she's executing it today. She's got good touch, and that plays into your mental psyche. When you're playing, you're thinking, oh, God, we're playing against Karen Murphy. She's got a great conversion. We've got to tuck the jack away. We can't leave bowls jack high because it's not going to stay there. Where maybe if you're playing against people who are less consistent, you might get away with it on a green end.
It's a great start from Louise. It was really what the Scorchers team needed here was a really good first bowl. So
You know what? I'm going to reward a lead, and I never do a YouTube Live'N IT play on a first bowl. Look at the direction. Look at the conquest. The balance she left on the mat. That is perfection. For me, as a lead, I want to play through the jack when I'm playing 3-bowl pairs because I know that I need to be behind and counting. And knowing that I'm the first bowler, I've got the mat back, I need to put pressure on Jessie. Now, Jessie, if she's rolling up by herself, would simulate... Oh, wow. What a shot. This is your current club singles champion. You can see why. Very good draw bowling. But when Jessie's having to play this in a scenario, you can't really replicate this unless you're on a live stream. I mean, playing a gold medal match for the Jackaroos. This is what they trained for, right? But the pressure does matter. You're human. You can't shut that stuff down. But look at this.
it's just great bowling. Like, Jess has really been unfortunate there. Like, she's played 2 really good bowls, but Louise has just given no target. Just a 1 bowl target there, so nothing jack high. It's however, as we did mention before though, no bowls past the head yet. So she really does, as much as those two are pretty much perfect, she does want 1 past here.
So, I can see Jessie. If I was Karen, I'd be saying, Jess, have a crack. She leaves this wing bowl. Oh!
Yep, and you've called it. You've just got to go straight at it.
You see?
And Louise has just drawn basically a side toucher and she's apologised. Hey?
And see, listen, I don't necessarily need to be a Bowls Australia accredited coach to know what I'm talking about. I don't just talk shit. I know what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at what she looks like. She's getting ready to go. She's having a good look, bringing it up to her face. Gosh, she's not far off. It's just not going to get back.
Just that breeze coming across there, it definitely did. I don't think she got that one away as smoothly as she would have liked, but it definitely did just drift the whole way down.
I'm going to show you this on the replay. Talk me through her setup, this process, because everyone's a bit different. So she's bringing it up to her face.
Yeah, just really
trying
to just get the line with bringing it up to her face there. And
does she move her feet? Or did she aim at a spot maybe 5 metres down? What is she looking at, do you think?
Everyone is so different. I look at the target, so I'll look at, for example, just those bowls.
So you keep your head up,
and I keep my head directly up. But just with hers, everything as soon as she let it go, everything was moving forward straight up off the mat. So
you mentioned that it's get that speed. Look, she needed accuracy, but with that weight, she had to allow for the bowl to move, but it didn't move. It went out.
Yeah, it did.
On her backhand.
Yep.
And a lot of people with their backhand miss narrow. And so she missed high.
Yep.
How do you go with your backhand?
Whenever I'm having a runner, I go to my backhand.
Yeah, a lot of people do, because with the forehand, I find it's too far from my body, and I really find it hard to control where it goes. With my backhand, I feel like I've got more control.
I'm actually quite opposite. I pull my forehand across my body.
Do you? Okay.
Where I think trying to correct that, because you do feel like it is so far from your body. So
look at this. She wants to be behind.
She was trying to get to those purples there, I think.
So does Karen go with 3 bowls launch first and then correct with the draw weight, or draw first then launch?
If Leanne's counts, it wouldn't surprise me if she plays a little bit less weight. If Leanne's doesn't count, I think she would just be going straight at them.
So this is your current singles women's champion from Taren Point. Look at what she did. Only criticism, nothing behind. But that's where her partner could perhaps have
Just try to get to Jess's bowls.
And I think she was trying to.
But this actually surprised me a little bit here. Karen, she's just trying to draw a shot. So she's...
Maybe trying to get a bowl on their head.
She's got this thought, you know, we're 11-3 up. We don't want to do a number now. So she's just trying to draw one in there, give yourself something to work off.
The good thing is she got 2 more in the bag. So Leanne's trying to get to those 2 purple bowls. Yes, cover and count?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Jess just told us Leanne's first one doesn't count, so even if you just roll Jess's, lay it down once, you make 5, and you're in a really, really good spot too, and probably get the tee also.
Oh, come on, you got to reach. Ah, oh, damn it.
There it is.
All right.
I'm not sure if the mic's picked that up. Karen asked, are you happy for me to go it? And Jess said, yep, go it. So
I love it. Look at this.
Same thing. And watch her movement off the mat here. It'll be all forward. Everything moving forward.
And the arm stayed. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, that is really unlucky. It's a great shot, but she's still 2 down.
I was bloody shaking my legs. Where did that come from? Let's have a look on the YouTube Live Sports replay. Geez, it was there. Just had to get that front bowl fat.
Oh, that's a really good shot that went bad. That's really unlucky.
She's still got 1 bowl in the kit bag. All right, Leanne. Couple ends, mate. You're right to stay?
Yeah, mate.
Okay. Just checked his phone. I'm thinking, oh, God, they're ringing off the hook with agents ringing to poach him. It's our second time that Shane and I have been on the broadcast, but these are on my terms now, and it's really nice to have him here. I actually said to Rose the other day, I said, look, geez, if I lived over the bridge, would there be the red carpet rolled out for me? He said, well, no red carpet, mate, but you could pay your fees and we might let you come. Thanks, mate, so I don't get a car spot?
Mate, no one gets a car spot.
Well, he does, isn't he? He's over there.
Yeah. As I said, though, he does everything around this club.
Well, Karen's not happy with this.
Yeah, it's just not going to reach. So, 2 to the Scorchers, 11-5, so 6 shots with 3 ends to play. So they're still holding that 2 shots an end lead here, Cabramatta. We'll see what Louise does with the Matt and Jack here, whether they're going to change it up, because we haven't really seen a big change up in the mat length all game yet from either team.
T to T, mate.
That's where I would be looking, would be T to T.
Well, that's that general just go extreme.
And they've tried. It's only about 1 metre or 2 short of the, about 4 foot short of the tee.
$11.5, 3 to play, 6 in it. I would say it's a reflection on the game.
Yep.
I know it's been a tight game, but the Bullets have been in control.
And we might have to just get a score check here, because Leanne has got the scoreboard as 11-4 on 11.
Wasn't that 2 then?
I thought so.
Oh, well.
Louise definitely said 2, but...
I mean, may have had a shot missing, but anyway.
We'll go with the scoreboard that they have at the moment, and we can play with that.
Well, we have to, because we don't have an analysis behind us telling us to pick up our act. The budget doesn't allow for that. Alrighty.
And we saw Louise turn her back on that one, and I think we can understand why.
Yeah. Play fatigue after yesterday, a bit sore, a little bit rusty. Having to step up real quick on the TV rink, nowhere to hide really.
Yeah, I know. The sun and the wind and everything took it out of them yesterday. Louise and
it
I
did.
stayed at Ray and Leanne's last night, and I think all 4 of us were in bed by about 8:30.
Yeah,
so,
no, there wasn't much conversation when I saw you guys having the beautiful Chinese that's here.
Yeah, no,
And,
we smashed down some Chinese, went home and straight to bed.
Good for you. They've done well here. Okay, so Lou looking for a correction. Her line was great. She stayed down lower, goes back to her process, hopefully forgets about that one. She has sent it.
Leanne's interested. Just gonna duck under. There's that magpie. Hey, there's the magpie swooper.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Brilliant. Love it. Now, Shane, I'm asking my guest commentator to nominate the player of the round for the live stream. And they're going to get a car refresher that hangs from the mirror or Youtubelivesports car refresher little thing. They don't have to hang it up, but we're blowing the budget. So just before we finish the coverage, you'll have to tell me your most valuable player and the reason why.
No worries.
It can go to a losing team. But if you pick Louise, I'd be thinking maybe he wants one of them. I can get you on if you're that hard up.
I think. Don't tell her I said this. Hopefully she doesn't watch it back. But she's probably 4th in line at the moment, I'd say.
Ooh, okay. You know what?
Maybe 3rd.
I'm going to disagree with you there. Look, no disrespect to Leanne.
Yeah.
I think Louise is 3rd. Leanne's 4th.
Yep.
I can't split Karen and Jess.
We'll watch these next 3 ends and I'll work out. I've got a clear leader at the moment.
Okay. It's either the person setting it up or the person converting.
It will be one of those two.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to observe a little bit more. The women bowling up this end with the north breeze, more bowls have been shorter of the jack than have been behind. But that's just me thinking. But I'm just trying to think if that's correct.
Yep.
Because
Definitely.
I have seen less bowls through. So they're trying to be a little bit more delicate because they have to. Because the pressure's on. They need to draw within a foot.
Yeah.
Like my parameter's a metre.
And this is the exact reason why, like, Karen Murphy just rolling that bowl up twice for a shot.
Well, she wasn't a yard through.
Nah.
She was 2 feet through. So it's great touch. But it's the execution, viewers, and this is why, you know, I'm hoping you're enjoying what you're watching. We're trying to add a little bit of colour and a little bit of education on what we're seeing. But I'm telling you that probably Leanne, I'm not too sure what her roll-up routine's like and her training schedule's like, but Karen and Jess play every day, where I don't think Leanne is at the moment.
Yeah.
Still a very good player. But it's just a touch. I'm not having to go.
She's definitely
lovely person.
She's definitely been playing a lot more.
But you need to be playing
recently,
often
and-
in game scenarios to keep that touch at this level.
100%. Yeah, could not agree more.
And look at the confidence. The Bull Ends a margin of plus 49, where these girls just scraped through getting through their last game.
Another very nice weighted shot by Karen again. As you said, she's just got that really nice touch at the moment.
So at the moment, it appears it's 7 shots with 3 ends to play. They're down. Well, actually, I don't know who's holding shot.
Yeah, Jess said 1 to us.
So she wants to keep it to give them a chance. How does she get another shot here? Does she go for the knocker, but it opens up the jack and then Karen draws?
Well, I think you've got to play it,
Because Karen could play on her forehand and hit that purple bowl, but then the jack's going to come out here. So
I don't think Leanne has much on here apart from you can either just try and crack an egg, so you get the purple onto the jack and try and get it back 6 inches to Louise's, but you're playing a very tough weighted shot.
Okay. So what's Karen going to play, regardless of what Leanne's got at the moment? If Karen had first bowl.
Right now?
Yep.
Yep, what I just called.
Okay.
Where I think Leanne's going to play bigger and try and just get the kill here, but unfortunately Karen will then have 3 to 4 foot to try and draw to the tee.
Yep. So let's see her setting up.
She's playing nicer weight than I thought.
And here it comes. We'll flip it over.
It's just going to go on a...
See, that didn't do that this morning. An hour and a half later. No
Yeah.
dew.
Oh, it was 2. Okay, I definitely would have been playing a bit more weight at that if it was 2.
Wow.
Um,
There you go.
there
Bowling
you go,
pocket.
guys. It definitely shows the deception of the cameras. 'Cause,
Yeah. That's where I want a drone so I can have a look. Tell me, Karen's played enough bowls to just chuck it down. I personally, I want to get value for money. If I'm a skipper, I draw to the ditch. But this is Karen Murphy.
I thought Karen had one to come there.
She did.
Oh,
she declared that.
she declared it. Oh, I didn't see the bowl come down. That's why I was confused.
If I've got a free kick and I'm not going to draw it, I won't declare the head, but I'll draw it to the ditch. But you can make an error, right? But because you play so much, I'm a part-time bowler.
You don't need that practice when you're at their level.
I'm just letting you know in clubland. You know, a lot of people start bringing out the chicken wings. Work. I said, nah, it's smart.
Yeah.
Nothing chicken about that at all.
No, 100%. Especially when you're 11-4 up, three to play, 2 shots there. That's a killer for the Scorchers. So 9 shots, 2 ends makes it very, very difficult against this pairing. 2 5s.
Yep.
Can't see Karen Murphy dropping 2 5s in a row.
No, you can't. But
It's bowls.
it's bowls.
It's a great start from Lou.
Anything is possible. Oh, this is getting boring. Look at this. Mr. Chalky, he's getting paid double time on a Sunday. We have a look at that head at the moment.
We just had Pricey comment up the Scorchers as well. So, hello, Andrew Price, I assume that would be.
Did Andrew Price play skipper in the 2s? I'm just trying to think if I know
he
Pricey.
wasn't here last year. He will be, once again, I don't know what selectors are thinking, but I think his spot's been sewn up 3 to Axe, I believe. He's played there the last...
Where's he come from?
He was from here originally, a long time ago, and he went to Melbourne for a few years. So,
Has he come back for work or come back to play bowls and then looking for a job?
Yeah, I think family, work. I think everything's just he's moved everything back up. So,
Look at this technique at Jessie. She's actually got an interesting foot plant. It almost crosses over. She gets low. We won't get another look at this, but
yeah, it's definitely not your normal delivery, that's for sure. But when you use it as good as she does, why change it?
yeah, look at Louise, well balanced, no shooter stance there, just 1 foot sort of side by side, and she sort of put the head down as she's let it go. But I thought I'd change the camera. Yeah,
Yeah, that one hurts when you're chasing a 5.
yeah. Now, I don't know if you've got best card here over these 2 days of tournaments. There's plenty of prize money up. So, one game, you're playing against one of the best combinations in the world. And
Yeah, so prize
they've
money.
been in control most of the game. They try. So prize money is best card. And
So they're paying prizes 1 down to 6.
Yep.
And then a day 2 winner that's not in the top 6.
well, it
So-
keeps people interested
Exactly right.
in making sure they don't switch off, and then there's sort of howling scores. But Karen Murphy sending a bowl down here. She's not far away. Get down.
That's another great shot from Karen. She's really, these last 3-4 ends, she's really just found that weight control
Well,
really well.
I think I know who I need to give the air freshener at the moment, but don't pay any poker shame, because your poker face isn't brilliant, but we'll see how we go. I don't mind that.
I think it's really is a 50-50 split at the moment, because I think the first 6 ends Jess was really dominant.
Oh, 100%.
Her
but
first bowl,
Louise was going with it, but she just was a fraction.
yeah. Jess was kind of that 6 inches. Louise was a couple of or foot, 2 foot kind of thing. So
Because Louise is in good form. She's won the club singles. She's just lost her mum, sadly. But she's using this to be part of the community and the distraction and all of that. And no doubt sometimes our brains do then think of mum, and she might get upset at some stage, but then she brings herself back to the process and ground and all of that sort of stuff. She got you as well, and her other family and friends as well. So it's all part of life, sadly. None of us get out of this alive, so we're all trying to make a difference while we're here. And this is my little calling after 30 years of teaching. I've decided to go, you know what? Bowls is my heaven, and I'm going to be playing it in heaven, or wherever I go. I don't know if it'd be carpet bowls or maybe a bit of bocce if Rob Perella's up there. You know, I don't think I'm going to the same place he's going to, though. No disrespect to Rob Perella. I've watched a couple of games, particularly against Cameron Curtis, and oh my God, he's running the bowl. He's overtaken the bowl. He's going, come on, come on. I'm like, no one does it these days. I love it. Imagine commentating
I still think
that
the best
stuff.
celebration we'll ever see is shout out to Cabramatta, Aaron Wilson in the Commonwealth Games gold singles. I think that's the best celebration lawn bowls have seen.
Keep the bloody shirt on. Not at all. Well, they're both interested here.
This is a great shot here from Karen. That is brilliant. Oh, she probably didn't want that sitting jack high though. It has actually opened it up. If it had laid back down, I think it was exactly what she was after.
So we don't have an easterly coming through. It's still a north wind. So let's have a look at Leanne's setup. Steps back, thinks about the shot. Pointing foot on the mat, well balanced. Head over the body. That's a good technique.
It is a really good technique. Yes.
Almost textbook. Weight going forward, the direction where the bowl is. Come on, Leanne. Come on, highlight reel.
Oh, just not making it.
Geez, that looked good out of the hand.
It did. It looked. Everything was really good there. 2 to Cabramatta. But once again, you see Karen 3 bowls inside a foot. It's not this easy, guys, just so you know at home.
Oh.
These guys are making it look very, very easy today.
She's tired. She's overplaying bowls for a little while. Apologies there, Jess. I got the rear end angle of you again. Although these days when you go to the beaches, the swim costumes that the girls are wearing these days, there's nothing left to the imagination. So thank goodness for lawn bowls uniforms.
There we go. We just had a comment from Kerry as well. Jess is the current Cabramatta club singles champ as well.
Oh.
So we've actually got the two club champions up against each other.
So Kerry, does she take after you in the sporting prowess with bowls? Of course, I know that she sort of played up at Burleigh Way or up at Queensland and fell in love with the game. But the thing about Jessie is she was a physical culture dancer. And she wanted to, and she was like doing Australian championships up until about 15, and she wanted to emulate Selena Goddard, who was a gymnast at an elite level, and they then paired together to win the Champion of Champions from the club. So I've done my homework, Kerry, but I don't know whether she takes the sporting ability from you or from a great-grandparent or something, but she's a lovely person, so thank you for producing such a beautiful child that's now a 25-year-old lawn bowler with wonderful values. Good on you, Kerry. I haven't met you before, but you can pay me later. I think she wants to try and get the air freshener going here.
She's definitely, as I said, it's really 50-50. Jess has led up really well and set Karen up to be able to play those shots. Kerry just said, definitely not, takes after her father and grandmother.
Well, good on you. Well, I hope you're enjoying the coverage. And Kerry, do you know if it's in the Bull Ants, if they've got it broadcast? Because I know they've got their Club 4s, I think, happening, so they might not be interested with YouTube Live Sports, but they've got 2 of their golden girls on the screen. But look, when I think of women's bowls and playing open gender, Taren Point have a great guts of women. Only one better, besides Club Maryland's, is Club Bull Ants. Their female pedigree.
Yep. It's, yeah, their female pennant side is
their ranks.
Something special. Something special.
Imagine winning the women's singles championship. You got to get through Murphy if she plays. Selena Goddard. Who goes out with Aaron Wilson? Jamie Lee?
Jamie Lee, Ellen... sorry, not Ellen Fife?
Yes,
yeah, went from Ryan to Fife, sorry. Yeah.
And that's just the players we know of. We're not talking about the senior state players. Oh.
Yeah, it's when they were playing here, I actually, we were talking about it with a few of the guys from here about winning a club championship over at Cabramatta. You know, Jack Smith's just won their club singles over there as
Oh.
well. And we had a
wow.
look, you know, you're going through Discos, Carl Healy's,
Nick Cale.
Jay Bruce, Nick Cale, like, yeah, it's a pretty fair feat to win a club championship singles at Cabramatta in both men and women.
Why wouldn't Leanne just go whack? She's probably got more respect for the players, but
Yeah,
she might play through to sit and trail because she has got a second or third shot there, but
I think she's just trying to land anything here, which it looks like she had. It's a great shot from Leanne.
so in other
Exactly
words,
what she was after.
she's played controlled weight, where me, probably frustrated at the scoreboard, I've got 3 goes, I've got a free kick, I'll have a go.
There you go. Kerry's just said we forgot Carmen Anderson, Beck Lord, and the GOAT. So the names just keep coming at Cabramatta.
Ah, stop it. Oh, man. And they're in Metro Northwest. Cabramatta. Different from you guys.
No, Southwest.
Sorry, Southwest.
Southwest.
Yes.
Metro Southwest. Marylands and Wenty are the
Other ones. And that's what I
Northwest,
get. So St John's Park. They're
St.
in
John's
with
and
Cabra.
Cabra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they changed. When they went from zones to regions, they flipped it round. Was Taren Point your first choice? Only choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I actually, Razor got me signing a membership form before I was even planning to move down here. So, yeah. That's 2 great shots from Leanne.
What a way to finish. Now, this
Yeah.
builds momentum for round 5 or round 6. So if you're watching this back, Leanne, oh, gosh.
They've just updated the score after about 4 ends later. It was supposed to be 5.
Well, we should have backed
We
ourselves.
should have.
But you know what? I'm a netball umpire, right? Because I'm a PE teacher of 30 years, and it's predominantly a female-dominated sport. So I just blow the whistle and shut up. Believe it or not, I don't talk much because.
What a she's really unlucky there.
Yeah, but unlucky. But look, she still made contact.
It's still only 1 though, so she has actually cut it down. And Leanne's just got to try and draw a shot, try and cut this margin back.
Well, we know that when we look at the scoreboard on the overall picture, they are tied with the Club Marylands girls, the mum and daughter team. And it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the day unfolds. All right, and it might be 2 shots.
So-
Okay, so before we wrap up, that is a scoreline of 15-7, indication of the closeness of the game, Shane, or not?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably a fair, Jess led up really, really well and Karen converted really well. So they had more bowls in the head. So I do think it is probably a good reflection of the game.
Good arm wrestle, though. Very tight. But I think they were in control from day dot.
Yeah, and I think it was a lot of the Scorchers were dropping 2s a lot where Karen always cut it back to kind of those 1s. Obviously, there were, I think, 2 2s in there as well, but there was no multiples getting dropped.
Scoreboard pressure, do you think that was relevant?
100%. Yep, definitely. I think, what was it, 7-2 maybe out of the gate?
So when you're chasing...
You're chasing from N4, 5.
how do you go when you're in front? Because I know that I mentioned that when you're playing in your singles, no one got to 20, but... were you ever down at any particular time? Because I was speaking to you yesterday, no disrespect to Dave and that, but you were fairly controlled the whole campaign.
Yeah, no, I was pretty comfortable.
Pretty relaxed.
Yeah, pretty relaxed in all the games. The only one where it kind of started getting a bit a worry was against David Axon in the semi-final. We were 17 all, and I think he led me, 17-14 or something like that. But yeah, ended up pulling away and actually winning that one 25-17.
Well, you stuck to your
pretty happy
nerve.
with that. Yeah.
Well, as we bring through the finale music, we're going to get your most valuable player, but we've got Walker and Heyman playing Thompson and Bianchetto in about 15 minutes. Cattell or Murphy?
Split decision here, but I am going with Karen Murphy. The way she converted later in that game, the last 3-4 ends, just really capitalised that lead. And there was a couple of times there where she could have dropped 3s and 4s, and she put 2-3 bowls within a foot.
I agree.
And that's the difference between potentially that game being a little bit closer. Nothing against Jess there because she was phenomenal, especially those first 6-7 ends. But I think player of the match, Karen Murphy.
Well done, sir. Thank you for your time. What's on for the rest of the day? Obviously here supporting.
Yeah, not much. Just
Long weekend.
chilling out. Might go use that golf simulator they've just bought in at
How
Taren
good is
Point.
it?
You know,
A couple of beers.
yeah.
Have a whack.
have a bit of Chinese for lunch. Yeah, not much planned for the rest of the day.
And little tip. Who wins?
Karen Murphy and Jessica Taylor.
Interested to see the draw for the Farrells. I actually can have a look at now. So round 6, Cattell and Murphy played team number 4.
Jackson and Lyle.
Jackson and Lyle, who were undefeated yesterday. Don't know how they went. And the Farrells played team number 19, which a bit further down, but Renouf, the youngsters. So that could have gone either way. Okay, so, and do you think the Farrells may keep them honest for the rest of the day, depending on the different format? It's a different game, 3-bowl pairs.
Yeah, I haven't really had a look at the upcoming draw for the next 3 games, but you can never write off any of these players. You know, you've got Dawn Heyman and Kate Walker there on their tails as well.
I've just seen the final round matchup, round 7. Cattell and Murphy are taking on the Saunders from WA. They've come.
Could be a grand final.
And they are currently, well, they are undefeated. So
We could have a Game 7 undefeated versus undefeated. Who knows?
I reckon that would be brilliant. Look, listen, Shane, thanks for your time. We'll see you again, viewers. And look, we don't end the coverage now because we've got another link. So I will keep the point score up. Once I get the new PDF document, I'll do that. But we'll see you soon, everyone, and go and have a morning tea. I'll probably go and get a cup of coffee as well. Thanks, everyone. All right, we're back. Round 5 action. From the point, the women's classic pairs, I'm just adjusting the scoreboards because they are the names from our last game. But we have got another special guest commentator, Katrina Wright. And Katrina's a major sponsor with Katrina Wright Property Excellence. So we're going to meet and find out all about Katrina, a little bit anyway. We're going to talk more about bowls. We're going to focus on the matchup that we've got here. And very shortly, we'll hopefully get the PDF document where we'll find out where teams are. But is it still morning? It is. Good morning, Katrina.
Good morning.
How are you going?
Very good. It's been an interesting day and a half of bowls down here at the point.
Absolutely. And this is where you learn how Matt is a bit of a puppeteer or a conductor, because as I've spoken to the viewers before, I control all the cameras, but I can't control what comes out of your mouth, which is wonderful. So we keep it light, we keep it hopefully entertaining and informative, and we sort of have a bit of fun.
Beautiful.
So thank you. Tell me, you got a walking stick? You got compression socks on, something on your knee? I love your nails.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me physically, what's going on?
Yeah, it's been a big, long road for me. I've had my femur cut off 14 weeks ago. They had to lift my leg up and turn it and put it all back together again. But 14 weeks later, I'm back on the green, trying to make my way to the inter-region in a few weeks' time.
What was, we don't need the whole medical diagnosis, but what was going on?
Osteoarthritis ate the side of my leg and my femur fell through my knee.
Is that something that's genetic, or is it something they don't know what happened, or what was going on there?
No, it's just too much sport when I was a little kid and I wore my legs out.
Okay, so how's the discomfort at the moment? Because obviously you've been in a fair bit of discomfort prior to this.
No, I'm pretty tough.
Well, I know that for a fact. I just look at your exterior and I'm actually stereotyping you big time. But anyone who's had your career in bowls, and that's just bowls, I don't know what the other career was like.
Yeah, I think
you've got a pretty good threshold for what's going on.
No, I think after playing bowls for 26 years at such a high level, it's very hard to give up. So you get knocked down, you get back up again and work out a different way to play.
Yeah, of course, understandably. And right now, the camera 2's not really wanting to talk to me, but that's okay. That's our camera that's like that. And I'm just trying to do a bit of an autofocus on the moment, but we might have to tell it to wake up because it may have gone to sleep. So let's just keep our focus on the camera that looks at the head. Tell us a bit about your time here at Taren Point.
So I was lucky enough, I started here back in 99, 2000. I wandered off to Cabramatta and St John's Park for a bit, and now I've come back home and this will be my home till the end. Vice chairman here at the club.
Yep.
So it's been great being involved in all the renos and bringing in all the different players to the club. So yeah, it's quite an exciting place and we keep getting bigger and bigger and stronger.
Well, the renovations look amazing. Clubland, you guys are one of the best clubs in the world as far as come to bowls, but just look at the community and all of that. The last match we had was the Scorchers versus the Bull Ants, and Cabramatta are also doing some wonderful things, and that does then breed success onto the green, your culture, the people. You know, you go back to the days with Wayne Turley, and that's what I remember, and now there's Ray Pearce and yourself and all of that. So it's a happy place.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a real family club and everybody supports you and you can't wait to get out there and put that point shirt on.
Well, no doubt your recovery's probably been enhanced with the people that you've had around you as well.
Oh, 100%.
Probably would have been a lot worse, mate, if you weren't here. So it's great to have you here. And you've also not only been involved, but your business is involved. Tell us about Katrina Wright Property Excellence, because we know that real estate and estate, rental,
yeah, it's booming right now. I was lucky I got yesterday off. I sold everything during the week.
Oh, stop it.
So I had no open houses yesterday, so I could spend the time down here. But yeah, it's booming in the Sutherland Shire. We get a property and a week later it's sold.
Well, look, we better quickly just focus on bowls at the moment. We will come back. I just want to sort of always, for my viewers, just try and test the landscaping of who's next to me. People get enough of me, and it's always nice to have some new information and content coming through. So you haven't been on a broadcast with me, but I like to bring my toys, and that's Bob the Builder at the moment. We can't actually have the song because of copyright, but when they get a measure out, he tries to fix it all.
Okay.
And there's a couple of other things there, but now, did the women give us away what they got? Was that a 3? I don't think it was a 3. So this is where my process comes in, Katrina. So I do believe that Ray's is thinking about purchasing a YouTube live step, what we call a skybox. Well, that's the chat anyway, so we can actually get rid of me and do other people broadcasting. However, it's not as easy as it looks. Just like the girls playing the previous match made bowls look easy.
Yeah.
But what they were doing was incredible. So the process is I change the score and then I try and change the camera angle, because I have caught a couple of women with their derriere by when they put the mat down, they're not facing the number, they're facing with their back to the camera. So, hello Morning Glory, we want to make sure that I'm making the players look their best. Anyway, so I try and change that camera angle, but it's interesting, when I first started playing bowls back in the mid-80s, I was always taught when you're leading, turn and face the number so you don't put it, because we only have one line marked here, but you had a Queensland, it's like a chessboard.
Yeah, it is.
And you end up, whoa, and I've actually, you might have had this happen to you, I've actually played a game where we had to keep the mat where it was for that end, because we discovered it halfway through the end that we'd played it on the other line, which is a foot different. The jack was on the centre line and the mat was... Oh, man, that's a game of sport and bowls. So tell us about, where are you based? Property Excellence. Where's Katrina Wright's Property Excellence? Where are you?
So I'm in the main street of Kirrawee here in the Sutherland Shire. So it's not even 10 minutes from here. So I get to sneak away and come down here every now and then.
So you're always looking for properties, but it's a it's a seller's market, right?
At the moment, definitely. It all comes down to supply and demand, and at the moment there's nowhere near enough supply for the amount of people.
Well, I did economics way back in 1987, and we talked about monetary policy and fiscal policy, and the main thing I remembered was supply and demand.
Yeah. The big thing for us is we're getting a lot of eastern suburbs and inner west buyers coming to the Shire to get more value for their money.
Yeah. Well, you've got a reasonably good football side in the rugby league.
Go the Sharkies.
Yeah, go the Sharkies. And we've got Jo, and we are going to try and say Bianchetto. She's got the XGs with the turquoise, but I might have to get the cattle prodder out if she gets a bit excited. But look, we're playing almost a maximum length with Kate Walker, and we will talk about the players we've got at the moment, but that was a really good bowl there from Jeannie Thompson. She's from Ulladulla. She said, I've come from a little coastal town called Ulladulla. I said, I've heard of that. And she's using the white and black XG, so it's an XG fest. So I don't know if we don't have a bowl sponsor, thankfully. We talk about Aero and Henselite and Drake's Pride and a couple of others, Green Master, but fortunately we don't have a funeral sponsor. Normally we have most people sponsoring bowls is around the perceived clientele.
Yes.
So it's great to have you on board, and another good there bowl from Jeannie, but also a special thank you again to Callahan Collision Centre. They're an automotive smash repair and motor repair, and they're in the Sutherland Shire area, and we thank them. And of course, The Point, the home of the Scorchers. So we look at the current head at the moment. It is one to an XG bowl. From what it looks like, and you'll understand when you're doing the live stream here, Katrina, is we don't have a drone above, or we don't have a cameraman operating a boom so you can see above it. But from my eye at the moment, and then when you look at the green from where you're seated down at level, it's one shot to the black and white bowl at the moment, but the players haven't given us much away with one down, one up with the animation. But when you have the calibre of Dawn Heyman, I don't worry about what's just happened with the leads, because it's probably going to change anyway. So, holes for bowls there. But we're going to talk about the players that we've got right now, because when we had the previous score, Dawn Heyman and Kate Walker were in third.
They were.
They got beaten.
They did, by the South Tamworth girls.
And they had a cracking game here in round 3. And I'm just trying to, I've got her name. I'll come to you.
Chrissy Myers.
The skipper.
Chrissy
She
Myers.
obviously plays New South Wales 60s.
Over 60s, yes.
And
in
a
round,
lovely person, but they're wearing their South Tamworth gear today.
They
They
are.
were in a lovely ensemble yesterday, and I would have given them best dressed. But she played awesome.
She did, and in the first round they beat Genevieve Dells and Tash.
So they've had a pretty awful draw.
They're
I
the
wouldn't say-
giant killers at the moment.
Oh, I love it.
No, I watched that game, the previous game against Dawn, and Chrissy Myers played some unbelievable conversions.
Well, she's known for that because actually when I went to speak to her in Dawn playing, and this I was hoping for, this is the first proper drive I've had on the rink.
Dawny's got the jack.
Oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? That was a cracker. Oh, come on. Let's have a look at that. I
She
don't have
might
the
have got
replay.
stiff here. I think it's gone out. Oh, it's an umpire for the jack on the boundary.
Right. They're calling for an umpire.
If it goes to a respot, she's going to be a couple down, I think.
So this is where we get the Mr. Chalky. But guess what? Do you know who that character is? Think of cricket. England cricket umpires. Umpire Dickie Bird.
Oh, wow.
So I try and bring in a little bit of colour because I know that you like a bit of colour with your nails, and we'll hopefully get a camera shot of that. But I didn't have my record button on. It means we're still going live, but I wanted to see that replay of that shot because Dawn in the top 3 speed when it comes to driving in women.
Oh, 100%. She hit one yesterday. The jack rebounded up the green, and they had to get the umpire out to see the length of the jack.
Oh.
And it,
What?
yeah.
I've never seen that.
So
What,
rebound-
to see if it actually is a proper length?
Yes, so
Oh,
rebounding jack, it's got to be 18 metres, and it went back to 17.4, so it was respot on the tee.
Wow.
Yeah, she let it rip.
So we've got one bowl in hand. My camera, sadly, I can't... Actually, no, I've got a little bit more scope. I'll bring it over a bit. Unlike the other end, my camera tripod is right up against the shade and I can't go any further or you're going to see a pole.
Yep.
Here we've just got a fence with the hedge. So you would think a player of Joe's experience, she should be able to draw. I believe it's currently 1 to Walker and Heyman. Would you
Yeah.
agree from looking at that?
I do. Oh, she's going to go inside out.
Now, I'm going to get you to say what that means. I know what it means, but what does inside out mean?
So she's coming from the inside of the green out to the jack, which is quite a hard shot to play. It's a lot easier to play coming from the outside of the rink back into the rink and let your bias come back in.
Do you think she might have been a bit afraid of this being the ditch rink, the point signs are there, maybe not being able to take as much grass to play that shot? Because she still had a lot of room to finish inside if she played from the outside.
She didn't need to play to the jack. She needed just to draw to the shot bowl.
Which is about 4 feet.
Correct.
Minimum.
Correct.
But look, easier to say it here.
Yeah, it
when
is.
you're on the green and you know you're on the live stream, it just adds an extra. It'd be interesting to see this measure.
Yeah, it's Kate's ball, I think.
Just trying to do due diligence here by trying to measure around the place. Kate actually said, oh, you might have a closer one there, which is good sportsmanship because I've had some people that perhaps get a bit nervous when they've got to do measuring and oh, that's 3. And you say, well, no, hang on, slow down.
I've played with Kate for over 10 years and she's the fairest person out there.
Well, she came and shook my hand. I said, can I have a hug? She says, hang on, I don't know you. And I said, well, that's all right, I'm only sure. And I didn't say, can I have a hug? But I'm sure she would have offered one, had she spoken to me for a minute or so. But talk about Kate. She's obviously playing here. Good sportswoman. But
Yeah,
how did she come to bowls?
100%. So she was a softballer
Okay.
and she decided to break her knee.
Oh, one of those ones.
Yeah.
Well, Ray Pearce came in because he was hurt as a footballer, a
Yeah,
rugby league player.
We should be going to all the physios to go and get new members, people. All these sports injuries bring people to lawn bowls. So Katie joined bowls, but she works up at our local private hospital.
Okay.
So she doesn't get to play a lot.
There's Jeannie. But we'll get Kate on picture in a moment. But so she's at the hospital. What'd she do?
Yeah, so she's in the admin up at Carina Private Hospital.
Okay.
So she was able to look after me when I was in there having my op.
Special VIP treatment.
Yeah, got the best.
So no
best,
carrots and peas for you, frozen ones. You got the 5-star, did you?
Yeah, lobster.
Oh, look out!
Got the best room in the house. No, but you know, she's very competitive, and she puts the time and the effort into, you know, coming down, training and everything. It's been awesome to help her make her way into the state teams and things like that. This year, she came out of the open team and played with me in the over 40s.
Yeah.
So that was fun having her back with me.
How was that? Was that played up at Queensland?
Yeah, we played that up at Tweed.
Did you guys win that? Because I know the men didn't.
We
The
actually.
men were belted in one rink because I think they might have had a bit of a late night, but that's just, we won't.
Well, the over 40 girls never lost a rink
Oh my God.
in the whole series. So that was very pleasing. It's always good when you beat the Queenslanders.
So tell me, we're looking at bowls here at the moment, but who was the most valuable player in that 40s? Was yourself, or was there someone from
No, I think.
Gunnedah, or who? Because it was a truly.
No, I honestly think it was a very good team effort. If
Right.
someone wasn't there, the next person was.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was, you know, we do only 2 rinks in the over 40s.
Yes.
And it was 8 solid players.
Well done. There's another toucher. I know that Kate and Dawn will attack the jack. In 3-bowl pairs, it's really important that as a lead you've got, and this is, we spoke with Shane in my previous co-commentator, 1 on 2 behind generally dictates you win that end. We had a number of times when Karen Murphy just changed that philosophy because she just trailed the jack and then shook it all up. But Louise Cronin then still helped Leanne because she had bowls behind. Any
Correct.
time Louise tried to be delicate and draw to the jack, she fell short. They then had trouble with dropping multiples because the jack was moving back.
Yeah, short bowls in 3-bowl pairs is an absolute punish.
Well, it's a punish because it also then means that skippers can't convert. Karen Murphy got our most valuable player, and we do have, what I need to let you know is you need to nominate the best valuable player on here. Can come from a losing rink, and they get a YouTube Live Sports car air freshener. Hangs from the mirror, and it's worn with great pride. Karen said, I'm going to put that under my armpits because she thinks she's going to be on the nose a bit following what we got here. But look, clearly we have 2 state jackaroo, very good bowlers, and look at this, they're putting on a show with another toucher. So you would expect the scoreboard to be favouring one way.
Well,
but
considering Dawn's
on the
world
day-
number 1,
oh, she is, isn't she?
I'm pretty
on the
sure
world
she is,
ranking.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did mention in my coverage that we've got the world's best and one of the world's best bowling clubs. I'm telling you that. The culture, as I said to Ray, I said, mate, I just want to come over the bridge and play here. And he goes, oh, mate, well, I'll get your membership form, but there'll be no discounts.
it's really good for these top players to keep coming back year after year. And
But
they
this
say they
tournament-
love it here.
But this tournament has built that reputation. But how good is it for Joe and Jeannie to play against the world's best?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't get to run against Usain Bolt. They'll smash me. But here, I got a chance to beat them.
You know, Dawn came up to me this morning. She said, the most lovely thing happened to me this morning. She said, the lady I played from Sylvania yesterday came up to her and said, thank you for sharing the rink with me. It was such a privilege.
That is outstanding.
Yeah, and that really touched Dawn.
Oh, mate, I would have brought a tear to my eye because that is the impact.
Yeah.
That, look, Dawn is a role model. She didn't take that on. This is what she does with her performances. But to say that is so humbling.
Yeah, correct.
And yet beautiful. And that will make a difference to that person's life for the rest of their life. To know that one of the best.
Correct.
I mean, this is more than a sport. This is helping people get out of bed, particularly if it's the vulnerable people. But it's also connecting the younger people in the community. Because here, not being a country... Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Well done. I didn't see that coming. Let's have a quick look at the replay.
JJ will never be short.
Well, thank you for that. Let's have a look at the YouTube Live Sports replay. We've got maybe another... Look, she comes. How did she find the gap? There was enough room there, of course.
Thread the needle here.
Well, she was 2 down. She couldn't go any worse. because she was fairly protected. So let's have a look. But as I was just saying before, if you go to any country town, the bowls club is at the heart. Come to the Shire, there's lots of options to come through, but this club has a feel
Yeah,
that
100%.
it's almost the heart of the Shire.
Well, we've taken on Kay Moran over the last year.
She came from Fig Tree.
She did. And many moons ago, she used to play with me at Cabramatta.
Wow.
But she's taken on a community role here at the club.
Harry Bob the Builder's come back. I might actually just chase you. Just sorry to interrupt. I just might put my camera down just so we can actually see. Now, who's that umpire? What's his name?
Steve Heaps.
Oh, it is Steve, and I'm trying to try and... Now, I don't have any other room to move because my camera is square up against that. But the jack is in the ditch, and they are the hardest meshes to visually look at it. But he's volunteered his time to be here today.
Steve's a jack of everything around here. He put this synthetic grass in behind us.
And there was someone else. Apparently, the trophy that we're supposed to give out today is locked away somewhere. So another guy came with a screwdriver, like a drill.
We've got a temporary wall up so we can renovate our reception area.
So that's what it's behind.
And they've locked the trophy cabinet behind the wall. So our general manager was trying to put a hole in the wall this morning to get it out.
So that's why he had a drill in his hand. Now, does Jeannie go and get... And it might have been, I think that was one.
One to Joe.
So they're on the board. Yay. We're going to give them a little bit of a round of applause because, you know, as we keep mentioning, it's on the day. I don't know if I woke up and I had to play these two, I'd be rapt to get off zero.
I'd be excited to play them.
As would I be.
I think when you play these better players, it really lifts your game.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. You just go out there and give it absolutely everything you've got.
No, as you do. Now I'm going to have to change my camera to make sure that we can capture all the action. And what I've just done there, viewers, is I didn't manually run out and change the camera. I've got a programmed store set on certain settings, so when the jack moves as much as it does with these quality players, I've got to be able to just go whack, whack, and that's what you're probably hearing me pressing some buttons. But here we go. Jeannie, let's see if they can go back to back, because it's important when you're playing these, playing any game, is to try and get a bit of momentum.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to keep the length a bit longer to try and take Dawn's drive out of it.
Well, if you're playing against... Kevin Anderson's the fastest driver I've ever seen, and I've played against Flapper, Bester. But Kevin Anderson, the Scotsman, oh my gosh. I got off the green, I got off the bank, I had shin pads on. I've never seen anyone actually split a jack, but he went extremely close. Who's that on your right? We can say hello.
This is Mel.
And what's Mel doing?
Mel's going to be in our inter-region team up at Yamba.
Who does she play for, Taren Point as well?
No, that team down the road called Engadine.
Ah, boo. No. No. Where's Interzone? Is that up at Yamba?
Up at Yamba, yeah. The girls played Iluka for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, hopefully, the final at Yamba.
In what position does she play, or is she going to play? Is she front end or back end?
Mel's going to lead up for Leanne Chinnery.
Oh. Well, Leanne is 1 from 3 at the moment, so, or 1 from 4, but she's doing well, but I'm sure she's got time to build. So when is it? I know it's on Bowls New South Wales website, but when is the dates?
So we go up on the 5th of February, and we play that Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Brilliant. And when are you back doing your thing? Because you're back walking, but...
I had 3 roll-ups this week.
Right.
And the physio's happy for me to play the inter-region. So I've taken
so that
on...
is 2 games every day?
2 games a day.
Well, the first game.
Yep.
First day, and then the second day, if you get through, there's another 2.
Yep.
And if you get through that, another 2.
Yep.
So you have the potential to play 6 matches
Yes.
over 3 days.
Yes.
You got plenty of Advil?
You got... No,
Anti-inflammatories?
I don't...
Ice baths? What are you going to do? Or are you just going to...
No,
Yeah.
I'll jump in the pool when we go back to the accommodation.
Yeah.
And you just grit your teeth and do it. I think when you've been that competitive, you just find a way to do it.
Well,
And
you do, right?
It means a lot to play good for your teammates.
So, common statement, they're probably not going to be able to use much of your body when you pass on. You're going to wear it all out. Is that right?
No, they'll probably use it for
Research.
university research. But I've had to learn the Kelvin Kirko stick, so
Oh, right.
I've been watching lots of you, Kel, up on the YouTube, trying to work out how you do the stick.
It's a different format. We know that Brian Morton here does a great job with using the arm. And look, sorry viewers if we've been a little bit lax in focusing purely on not just the content. I actually had a 4-1 score, but they've put up 3-1. Now, this is a bit significant because last match I disagreed with the score and they then changed it after about 4 ends to the score we had. So we're going to go with 3-1 on 3. And we've got the duo bowl. I actually have a set of the exact same colour bowl. They've got a little bit of a yellow tinge to them with the duo, and it's a size 3 XG. And I enjoy that bowl. I've also got a Greenmaster Premier Stamp Date 16, which is a mid-bias turning bowl, so a little bit different. But I like to use an XG to see if I've got an opponent, and there's 4 of them using them here. I know roughly how they operate. And then you've got a Conquest, which turns late at the end. And then you've got another bowl, which was the Lee Schreiner bowl that was used by Jesse Cattell. And I do take notice of the top bowlers. It might not just be you're sponsored by Aero, because Mr. Sharif was an Henselite bowler, but now he's Aero and saying they're the best. If you're going to get a couple of dollars, of course you've got to go with what you need. Same line every time. What bowl do you use, by the way?
I use a Drake's Conquest.
Oh, you do?
But if I play lead, I switch it out to an Adrenaline. They're a little bit tighter line.
So a Drake's Pride Girl.
Drake's Pride Girl,
They've got
yeah.
good colours too.
They've got good colours.
Do you have anything bright pink or yellow that matches your,
I do.
your glasses?
It's hot pink.
Those.
And it's got a
Why am I
flamingo
not
on it.
surprised? Oh, gosh. I
No.
love the Oakleys you're wearing at the moment. They are great too. I'm an ex-triathlete, so the louder, the brighter. And I have seen your colour. It's bright pink. And we actually did have some more stenciling on the green, but we had to move from 14 because Razor didn't check with the general manager. We don't get Wi-Fi over here.
No, internet's a bit hard outside.
So
here.
I was set up there, ready to go with an hour and a half to go yesterday. I struggled to get the coverage on time because it was a nightmare, but we got here. All right. Was that another
Another
single?
one for Kate.
Okay. So I think we've nearly covered everything other than bowls. We're doing well, but look, at the moment, and no disrespect to the players that are playing at the moment, I'm just really quite excited to have Katrina Wright in commentary and learning a bit about what she's done. She's put her hand up to be part of the committee, and she's an elite bowler herself, coming back from injury. So there's lots to unpack with her. What brought you to the game or the sport?
An injury, actually. When I was little, I was a really good tennis player. And
oh, look at this. This is just like, it's near the area.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an effective bowl. It's about 70 centimetres behind, still in play. But yeah, so an injury playing tennis.
Injury playing tennis. I had my left leg virtually redesigned when I was 15.
What?
Yeah. By 19, I got told I could never play again. And physio joked with me and said you can go fishing or play lawn bowls.
Oh wow.
So there was no chance for fishing. So lawn bowls was it, and that was the end of me. Here I am 26 years later.
So no grandparents playing, no parents.
Yeah,
Just you went-
my whole family plays. But yeah, it was pretty much the physio just saying that's all I could play.
Yeah, right.
Too competitive to sit on the lounge and do nothing.
Okay, so.
Another good start from Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I might get out there and just let Joe just to move a step to the right. But as it's still taking shape, tennis. You a fan of the Australian Open?
Yeah, love it.
I actually watched a really good documentary, a 3-series documentary about the gods of tennis. Before that, I watched on SBS Goolagong, and I was finding around that era around Billie Jean King, Goolagong, Chris Evert, Natina Navratilova. But Billie Jean King was so significant in changing equality for women with prize money, and I'm watching this. She had a separate tournament because she wanted to have equity with the women, and unbelievable. And then you look at Indigenous Australian Goolagong winning Wimbledon. I mean, Wimbledon for me is the best. But have you been down on AO?
I have. I used to be a lines person.
Well, we're going to have to get something to throw at Joe. Joe! Just about a metre. All good. Sorry, viewers, I hope I didn't burst your eardrum. Oh my goodness, we can't start talking about bowls. You're a linesman. Or a lines person. We called a linesman then?
Yeah, they don't have lines people down there anymore.
What? Are they just
Yeah.
using technology?
Technology. They got the ball kids, but no lines people.
The ball kids, hold on, we just got to bring up Mr. Chalky again because we're sort of getting very distracted. This is where I need a producer and I can actually just talk the talk. What brought you into that? Obviously you couldn't play.
So I used to coach tennis for Bill Gilmore Tennis for many years. When I was little, tennis was my life. And then he got me into doing chair umpiring and lines person.
Wow.
So I got to do it over at White City and Homebush.
Oh,
and,
White City.
Yeah,
Were they grass courts then?
they were. So,
Look, I'm a PE teacher for 30 years, so look.
but I think if you love sport, mate, you just love every bit.
Jack of all trades, master of none for me. Like if someone says go and play golf, I can. If I have to hit a volleyball, I can. If I have to do a dive from a diving board, I can. Not very good.
I actually had Dawn's fiance Thomas in the. We've got a golf simulator here at the club now.
You've got to come down and see that. Couple of beverages, whacking it. I can see people getting out of control in there just quietly and launching onto the walls, but that hasn't happened yet. But
Thomas was smashing it in there this morning.
now tell me, just to digress for a second, we'll come back to the tennis. Jo had a quick ping. You mentioned she wasn't going to die wondering.
Yeah.
She's obviously been a bit of a journeyman, or journey person, but yeah, journeyman, where she's come back to you this year.
Yeah, so Jo used to play a lot with Daphne.
Oh,
And as
Daphne,
we
all back.
As we all know, Daphne's up and at 'em.
Oh,
So Jo,
I didn't realise Jo was her other half.
yeah, so Jo won't die wondering.
I
She'll
like
always
that.
make sure she's there.
You know what? I call that Bazball of bowls. A bit like the cricket.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like that myself. Oh, look at this.
Bazball didn't work this year.
No, I didn't. But look, this is the problem. When you're playing someone of Dawn's world-class number one, you knock it out. You're going to put it back.
Dawn's ruthless.
And she's got back to the centre line, so she's given her no margin. So now she's got to try and draw to save because it does look like she's down 2, maybe 3. Not a bad effort from what she just played. She played not a full-blown
very
drive,
good
but
effort.
she'd done well to get second shot. So once again, the scoreboard is only gradually getting away. And this is what you saw last round. A couple of these, they're still in it.
Correct.
I love it. That's what I really enjoy about the beauty of this sport.
You know what, I love to see the growth in Dawny too. Like back in the day, she used to lead in our state team and she was so hard on herself. You know, if she wasn't a couple of inches off the jack, she'd, you know, come on, I've got to get better. And now to watch her grow to what she is now is unbelievable.
Well, you look at the calibre of women at these Auction K 4 clubs. St John's Park. Some very good women there. Taren Point, Club Marylands and Cabra. That's no disrespect to Engadine. There's just 5 clubs I've mentioned without even thinking the quality of women's bowls when they come and play open gender.
Yeah,
When you
correct.
play single gender pennants. There's Jo. I'll be back. Oh,
She's moved.
G'day, handsome.
How are we?
We
you
good.
mentioned it's Glenn McGrath Day today.
Is it Clement?
Everyone's looking pink.
All right, well, we might mention that. Good fella. They're from Poverty Point Bowling Club. And they're called Poverty Point because when they go on tour, they all wear the Poverty Point shirts. I think they're all based out of not Waverley or Bondi or those sorts of things. But once again, we go back to talking bowls, technical stuff. Kate again. First bowl, really important, I believe, in 3-bowl pairs, is to draw through the jack. You can be fraction off the centre line, but then you've got your back bowl in, covering the tee, rules of play. Now she can afford to try and lay up to the jack, and if she's 30 centimetres short, bowls in place. So let's just see how she does it, because that's in my head, but she's obviously a very good bowler and has been recognised with lots of different titles and representation. But let's see if she corrects on her last. Look at this. About 30 centimetres short.
Not bad.
Did you see how because that's the way I play if I'm a lead, but she's bowling into a north, it's not an easterly wind, so they're going uphill at the moment, but 1 on 1 behind, and the next one, she'll go rubberishly in the middle.
Dawn likes those bowls just in behind the jack because
Yes.
then she has toys to play with.
I like how you said toys to play with. When we gave we gave Karen the most valuable player, but she said that's just because I'm playing the back end. And Jessie made me look good. But what was the point of difference is Karen needed to convert some crucial ends, and she did that. So that's what made us give it to a skipper rather than a front end player. Let's see how Kate goes. Look at this, the art of correction. Not bad grouping.
Yeah, beautiful line.
I can't definitely say that they're going to win this end because she's left too short, but they're still in play. So let's see how they go. I'll just mention, Katrina, that I did just recently get my bowls coaching accreditation from Bowls Australia. I actually came here and did my practical.
Very good.
Who's your older female member here? She's in her mid-80s and she's more of a tennis player than a bowler at the moment.
Margaret Sheehan.
Oh, wow, what a superhuman she was. I don't know if she's on...
She used to be my school teacher.
Look, people, there's 2 degrees of separation.
There is.
I try and talk to Katrina about bowls, but we got more stories.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
And when
She's a beautiful human.
Yeah, she's lovely. When I was only little, she took me into her tennis team. She said,
Because she talked more about tennis and bowls. Just quite. Said, hang on, this is a bowls coaching course. What are you doing?
She said, you got to play the adult competition. The juniors wasn't giving me enough competition. So I played in the adult comp with her. We played doubles together and I served and cracked her right in the back of the head. Not a good idea to hit your teacher in the back of the head.
That was quite deliberate. Did you put a bit of sauce on it?
Well, it made a big loud noise, I know that.
A bit of heat. Now, look, just to come back to bowls very quickly, Jo, they're holding third shot at the moment. I actually thought she'd go straight up the middle and split those two. But now she can't. She's going to have to look at the cannon.
Yeah.
But she's going to back a draw, which is a good thing. Because normally you start seeing people driving early in an end, with her first bowl in particularly of 3. But Shane actually made a really good point. When you've got a Dawn Fraser, another good female athlete, Karen Murphy, she's got 3 bowls in a row.
They're not going to miss too often.
No, that's where the walking pairs is a little bit more of a level playing field.
Correct.
Not a bad area here. Now she sent it. It's now turning into that wind.
Little magnet at the front.
Yeah.
But Dawnie will correct here. She's got plenty of room to draw this.
Very smooth technique. She said she was a little bit tired yesterday afternoon.
Oh, her schedule over the last 12 months has been unbelievable.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's 2 currently, which will break the rhythm of the singles we've been getting. I think Jo's going to back herself on the draw here. I would have thought she would have rumbled through the middle there with the chance of splitting bowls. She only had 1 bowl in the head, but that black and white bowl, the chance of that coming out,
It's coming back.
it's just the overcorrection because it falling short. Oh, she's 1 in, 1 out. So I do believe, and that's all they're going to get. Okay, so Matt, change your camera first. I'm just talking to myself because I do not want to capture not the best position of our players, male or female. It's just a lot of them aren't facing the number as they put down the mat. So we put that there and then I can worry about doing my thing. Any more about machine and tennis and you hit her head in the head with with what you did? And
So Marg now plays bowls here and she does a lot with the coaching and the...
We had a lot of fun. There was at least probably 13 of us getting the bowls accreditation. Being a PE teacher, I've let a lot of my accreditations go because I just can't maintain them. I'm heavily involved in all the beaches at the Warriewood Surf Club, so I tend to... I'm happily married to Brigitte, but she never sees me because, 2 days of streaming. At least we're hanging out together tomorrow on Australia Day, but thank goodness the Northern Beaches are open after the horrendous shark activity that we've had.
Yeah.
But it's a lot safer being here. But this is my heaven. And I can't imagine when I pass, this is where I'm going to be, here in the water. I started playing bowls in 1985 with my nan as carpet bowls, and I was actually in the first New South Wales Junior Championships as a single player. I was the only representative, so I qualified. My first game was against Cameron Curtis.
Oh, wow.
Who won it. And he was from Mullumbimby or Mullumbimby. And That was hard. And then in the pairs, we came against the Groves brothers. And there was Adam Jeffries, I think, was there, and Peter Harry. And they're still around.
They are still around.
And Cameron. So, yeah, and that was at Club Marylands. And from Willoughby, I thought it took us 3 days to get to Marylands from there. No internet. You know,
Wow.
VHS, all of that. And when I went to Warilla last year to commentate the Platinum, there was the singles trophy and the pairs trophy. Which back then it was open gender because it was just any juniors. But you actually couldn't be a member of a club back then because of the laws wouldn't allow
Because of
you
your
because of the
age.
licensed premises because most of them were pokies. My things have changed. But I could tell you the person on the mat just then, Jeannie, looks like a bit of a character. And we have a lot of characters in this sport of lawn
We
bowls.
sure do.
Talk to me about the pink. Obviously, we had someone mention it's Jay McGrath, but you're obviously a big personality. But is pink is that your favourite colour or is it bright yellow? What?
No, blue is my favourite colour.
The pink stands out as a great advertising tool.
I made my business pink because there was no real estate in the Sutherland Shire that was pink at the time.
Yep.
And I have a philosophy why fit in when you can stand out. So that's why it's pink.
I like it.
The brighter the better.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's made me smile. There we are, Jeannie on there. Good agility. And she's got that little sort of right knee supported there.
If you look around these greens, most people have a knee brace on.
Well, look, I'm a baptised Catholic. I never had any say in it, right? And I taught in the Catholic system for about 30 years. And genuflecting is like playing lawn bowl. So I was practising from the age of 3. So my agility, a lot of bowlers have back issues and mobility issues. Thank goodness we've got bowling arms where you don't have to get a medical certificate now or a doctor's clearance to use it. So encouraging to play the people. You're obviously using the Kelvin Kirko stick. And Steve Rawlings from the Belrose Bulls, he's a very good bowler and he's played in many clubs, but he's also in the Platinum Pennant team for the Bulls, but he also has the stick, but does that very well. How does that work for you? Obviously the balance.
Well, I only learned it 2 days ago.
I was
I'm
listening,
I'm
sort
still
of.
in the learning phase.
Oh, shit. How have you found it?
At the start, it was a bit challenging because you had to try and work out how far away it had to be. And
So why not use an arm?
nah,
Okay.
I'd
You wanna-
rather deliver it myself.
Okay.
And I now play left-handed to make it even harder for myself.
Oh, my God.
So
I'm actually going to stop asking you questions, Katrina, because we can't actually talk about bowls.
good shot there from Dawny.
I reckon for the back end of this game, we are not going to talk about anything except what's in front of us. I promise you, viewers. I had one person, a guy named Pete McDermott, he might be watching from Pittwater Pelicans, goes, Matt, last thing I want to do is hear what Katrina had for breakfast. I said, well, I haven't asked her what she's had for breakfast yet. What did you have for breakfast, by the way?
The beautiful pancakes from the club here.
There you go. We just want to watch about the bowls.
I think Dawn's going to rip at this.
Okay, so let's stand by. So,
Hopefully we don't get that rebound in Jack like yesterday.
no. Okay. So why wouldn't have Dawn come to the head?
I think she's got trust in what Kate's calling.
Absolutely, but for me, as a skipper, or mainly played front end, but if I was unsure, I'd come up and go, okay. But yes, that's why they've sort of changed the rules around about when seconds can come and thirds can come to the head and everything else. But they did take a bit of time. That was my concern. But Dawn stayed off the mat before she then thought about the shot. So that's just a bit of process for you players. If you're waiting for instruction, I generally stay off the mat until I've got to think about what I've got to do. How about yourself with your process before you deliver, now that you've obviously got to use a stick?
Yeah, I definitely want to know what shot I'm playing before I get on the mat. So you can be 100% committed to that shot.
Well, viewers, we've had one multiple and the rest have been singles. Hence the nature of the quality of the competition. Tell me, Katrina, do you think there'd be a fair bit of mental fatigue coming in for these players? Rather than the physical fatigue?
Not really for the top players. Maybe for some of these club level players. You know, they're playing over 100 ends of bowls in 2 days. And it's quite hot down here. We're lucky we've got a bit of a breeze up.
And how about the Zuper Dupers?
Oh, yes, Scotty, Zuper Duper King.
I had a lemonade one yesterday and I held off all day because I just didn't want to peak too early.
I had to go down and buy 6 more packets just for today.
But everyone is loving them.
Yes.
I think that's the secret. The Zuper Dupers.
We don't want anyone collapsing on the green down here.
No, we want to have a favourable experience. Okay. All right. Now, looking at...
They've changed the length here.
They have. Good observation. I had to change my cameras to make sure we're going through, but can the combination of Thompson and Bianchetto get a third end in a row and try and...
Jeannie's got a good opener there.
Yeah, it is. Look, first bowl I prefer to be behind, but that's still in play. They're 30 centimetres through.
As long as the next one gets behind, one on, one behind.
Yep, exactly. Great scenes here, viewers, and I hope you're enjoying the coverage. And it's been my great pleasure to bring to you the whole weekend here of the Women's Classic Pairs, live from Taren Point, the home of the Scorchers. And you found your way here, so make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube Live Sports, you better be live in it. The brainchild of Happy Bowler Boyd Dumble. Have you met Happy?
I have. He's a character.
He's a character. The funniest thing, though, when I think of Happy when he comes out, and he's, hello everybody, it's Happy Bowler here. And he did an interview with Rob Perella, the late Rob Perella, and he kept character for about 30 seconds. And he goes, hi Rob, what are we doing today? And Rob just looked at him and said, okay, we'll work with this. And then Boyd went, well, there you go, Rob, it's all right, mate, you know. But it's a bit like the Dane Emner. Dane Emner doesn't change to Barry Humphries or when he or she was alive. But I love the characters like yourself, Katrina. And Razor actually spoke your praise. Said, make sure you look after her. She's a bit fragile. I said, what? Fragile? Jesus. Talk about no fragility here. They are changing the map position around because my cameras with my set points aren't working. So I have to readjust.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get a bit out of the wind.
Well, they've actually thrown the jack shorter.
Yeah,
because
but the wind comes down the road here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So they're just trying to get out of that wind pocket there, I think.
And that's where home rinks help, doesn't it?
It does.
Have you got a favourite rink here?
Yeah, this rink I won the Australian Championship in singles on.
What year?
Rink 8.
When?
Yeah, a few years back.
You just managed to just slip that out? Hang on. You won the National Champion of Champion Singles?
I won the Australian Open singles, the Australian Indoor singles, and the Australian Champion of Champion singles.
You know what? The thing was, I wasn't told
But that
you
was
were,
years ago.
Yeah, but I wasn't told you were coming on the microphone, so I didn't get to Google you. Oh my goodness, we are in bloody Bowls royalty here. Hold on,
It was a long time ago.
Just get a sheet of paper to get an autograph. No, I'll take a selfie with you. Always monitor while we post a selfie. All right, let's talk about bowls. Let's talk about what's happening. They're mounting a bit of a charge. Did this what you saw last round? Some of the better teams just going a bit walkabout for an end or two, or not really?
No, the last game I watched was Kate and Dawn playing the South Tamworth girls.
But look at Kate, she spread them all over the place. And Dawn, with her first one, she's got 2 more. You wouldn't think that she's going to not draw
She's
something
a pretty
within
good
the
corrector.
But look at this.
That's pulled her.
You've done the commentator curse. They are 3 down.
You get a bit of push off the bank here.
You do. I mean, it's an all-win win. So where does Jo finish this? Does she try and not put it too close to keep cover and count? They're under.
When you're playing bowlers of Dawn's calibre, sometimes you have to try and change it up. Because if she gets 2 cracks at something...
Rip it! She kills it. She's got 3 or 4, but she's tracking... She's trusting her draw here.
She's backing herself.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with FOMO, don't disappear.
Measuring for 3.
Look, it looks like 2. but I don't know if you watch the Big Bash, but they have this siren that comes up and it's an alarm. It's FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't go to bed. So viewers, it's almost lunchtime, but don't go anywhere. Hopefully you're enjoying what we're doing, and you don't want to miss out.
Hopefully the Sydney Sixers win the Big Bash tonight. You can see Dawnie's a big fan. She's got their hat on.
She has the Sixers. Favourite player in the men's game?
In the Sydney Sixers?
Well, if you have one, or just in cricket in general.
Mitchell Stark's bowling this year, I think, has been pretty inspirational.
How good is he? We're in a significant transition phase with men's cricket, aren't we?
We are.
And the loss of Alyssa Healy?
Yes.
That's going to be felt?
Yeah, she's been a big part of women's cricket.
Being a PE teacher, I've seen women miss out on opportunities in the 80s, 90s. I remember a principal who's no longer with us, Northern Beaches, we had a rugby women's side in the Ringer Rat, so we do pretty well in metropolitan rugby in where we are. And it was a demonstration at half-time, and made a public announcement that our Catholic girls are playing rugby. What? You didn't clear that with me. I said, look, we're right, we're right. Anyway, school captain splits the eyebrow, comes to school with 6 stitches. No more. We're not playing sport anymore like that. But it's okay for a guy to split his eye?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We don't want that image. Well, did I throw the toys out of the cot? I almost resigned there and then. 10 years later, AFL, Rugby League, Rugby Union, media coverage. How good has it been a young female now with sport?
Yeah, unreal. You know, looking across this green...
People like yourself, Billie Jean King, waving the flag going, come on!
Looking across this green here, we've got Genevieve Delves. She was telling me this morning she's playing in the Golden Oldies Rugby Union with all her Aussie players that she used to play with.
A little story about Genevieve Delves. My original club before Willoughby Park, after Willoughby Park, was Mona Vale. Genevieve Delves was one of our grade 2s where we won 2 state 2 flags in 3 years, and Genevieve was in one of those teams.
Yeah.
We only had one woman, and she was brilliant.
She's a freak of a sports person. She can play anything.
Well, she got the Raymond Terrace shirt on today. And tell me a little bit about Genevieve. She sort of stepped away from the game for a while, didn't she? And found her way back. I mean, I don't know if you know much about it, but I was just looking at an observation thinking, where's she gone?
Oh, she's got a pretty good job. So, you know, she's focused on her work for a bit. And I think you sort of get to a point where you go, you know what, I'm happy I've done that.
Yep.
I'm going to do something else for a bit.
Yeah, good.
But, you know, her being with Tash, she's still got bowls in her blood.
Yep.
It's good to see them both out here.
Yep. Now, are they an unofficial couple? Or this a pairing?
No, so they're married now, I think.
There you go. My apologies, because look, I'm not one to goss. I'm generally a straight shooter. So if I don't know, I'll ask. And I generally ask in a respectful way.
And they're so much fun. We actually went to Kate's. They were staying at Kate's house over the weekend.
Oh, they were?
So we went back there and got in the pool last night and had some pizza in the pool.
Oh, how good.
So it was fun spending the evening catching up with them.
Love it. So we're going to come back to bowls for a moment. Kate needs to find her range a bit more. She's gone a bit walkaboutish in the last couple of ends. And that's easy, coming up to lunch. You've been out here playing a number of games. It doesn't take much for you, but do you have a process that you go to where you need to ground or you need to reset if things aren't going so well?
Yeah, I think you just got to get back to basics again.
Okay.
Sometimes people try and overthink it a bit and try and overcorrect. Where just get back to basics and get close to that white ball, I always say to people.
It is a simple game, yet we overcomplicate it.
Yeah, correct.
50% weight, 50% line. All right, let's have a look at the way the head's shaping up. I would imagine Joe's coming on the backhand. Look to set or trail or at least get a bowl in the head. But if she gets a piece of that jack and tuck it away, and her line, if it gets down, is not far away. Here it comes, the XG turn. It's got to hurry.
Just doesn't have the weight.
And now she's sort of blocked her ability to trail with about a 2 foot of weight. But anyway, it's second shot.
Dawnie really needs to pounce on this jack here.
She can't be careful with this pace. slicing the jack.
Yeah.
It is a 7-4 scoreline with 6 ends to play. When I looked at the form last night, when Razor gave me the playing list, I thought Heyman versus Bianchetto. I did a little bit of a Google search, and it did come up about Daphne. And she's a character. She had a bad fall a little while ago, and
She did.
and she's back. And she came up to me just before this game and said, "Oh, I was up. I had delves. I was up. You know." But then we lost. We
She's
dropped
a-
two. We,
she's a
we
big
dropped 2
character.
fives. We dropped 2 5s.
Dawny's getting around this.
Yeah, she's promoted it. That's 2. So Joe. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes straight at a bare jack here.
Kate's helping Joe here because her partner's up on the bank.
She didn't tell her to have a crack. There's not much correction needed by Joe here. Oh, we're talking about the game for a minute. Well, she's definitely taken a narrower line. Stand by, viewers. He's going to slice it the wrong way. Good miss. That jack goes to the right there, 3 down. Well, it's only 1 more than they are at the moment. Not much correction needed. So where does Dawn go? Does Dawn try cover and count those bowls at the back?
No, Joe's got no more bowls left, so...
Oh, of course,
Dawn-
they won the end. She got a free kick.
Dawn's just making another one count.
That's good bowling. 1 in, 1 out, maybe? I don't know if she's going to concede. We want maybe my
Three.
It is 3. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a big turning point. We've just had our first, well, we've only had 1 multiple of 2. That's the first 3. All right, Katrina, crystal ball time. Do the floodgates open?
Yeah, I think
They've hung in there as much as they can.
Dawny's pretty focused to try and get a good win out of this game, having lost the last
And they need the margin.
game.
Because we do have best card winners for rounds 4, 5 and 6 and 7.
Yep.
Plus overall margins as well.
It's going to be pretty hard for people to catch Karen's big margin.
It is.
She's well and truly out in front.
Particularly with the Club Marylands girls losing, and you mentioned that before. My apologies, viewers. Razor has gone AWOL. This is Ray Pearce. And I did ask for a PDF of the Excel document. I will get it for you just during the lunch break, and then we can talk about the movers and shakers, and then we're actually going to have our spotters out. Because there's still 2 rounds to go after this. So it's a bit early to be sort of guesstimating and estimating, but good to see an attacking bowl with a little bit too much positivity there from Jeannie. She'll look at correction. But tell me, Katrina, the business of Katrina Wright's Property Excellence. I like the big KW, and you've got the flamingo there. We're over halfway through the financial year, so we're coming up to June to be done. And what sort of numbers are you looking at this year? I mean, have you keeping setting records every year?
This is a bit of a fairly ordinary year for me. So October 15 was my surgery.
Right.
I went back to work this week.
Okay. Oh.
So
Okay, so you haven't been a part of it.
Doctor's orders. Try not to do too much.
Because you don't seem like a go-getter.
So
Well, they strap you down or
it's
something,
been
did they?
hard. Yeah.
What, to the
They
well
had
done.
me. They had me strapped to the lounge at home.
Right. Tell me about your team that you work with.
They're all fantastic. They work together.
Medium, small, how many people?
I got 7 people in the team. So we have property management as well as sales.
Yeah, wow.
And our marketing girl as well. So,
There's Mr. Chalky coming up. No stranger. I think there's been a touch of nearly every end.
but the best thing is they all work together as one. And
What do you guys do for Christmas party?
we
Harbour cruise?
went to China Doll, Woolloomooloo.
Oh, right.
Beautiful.
And did you shut up shop for 2 weeks? Did the team just
We,
take...
we shut up for 3 weeks
Oh, wow.
because the start of January, not too many people want to talk selling
Yeah,
houses.
Of course.
So we take the advantage of getting the extra week off.
Yep. Tell me, what's the rental market like in the Sutherland Shire?
Oh my God, super
Still
hot.
got about 40 people turning up per every open.
Lots of people turning up, and they're gone within, one open house. By the Monday, they're gone.
Wow.
And good rental money as well.
Yep. Let's have a look at Dawn's compact technique. Boom, smooth,
Smooth as.
repetitive, robotic.
It is.
The human metronome for those musicians out there.
I'll never forget Steve Glasson taught me, if you can be a robot on the mat, you'll be a robot at the other end.
Oh, good.
So make sure you're always setting yourself up the same.
Tell me about the coaching program here at Taren Point. The envy. I had a good chat with Ray's a couple of days ago. He didn't give me all the trade secrets, but if you're looking at a club 2 years ago, first year of Platinum Pennant, you guys did not make one pennant grade final.
Yep.
And I let him have it. Last year, you won the 2s and you won the 4s.
Yep.
Didn't win a state flag, but you back the culture. I mean, obviously you just have an off year.
And we also won grade 1 and grade 4 ladies pennant.
Sorry, and that's where I'm not well rehearsed in.
That's all
but
right.
I'm getting better at that because for me, I'm a purist. I don't rate the single gender pennant. I only rate open gender.
Well, I can't play open gender pennant because I have open houses. So I have to play,
midweek.
I have to play single gender.
I like it. But that's just my purist, and I want grade 1 to come back to where it was. The best competition. I want all of these flagship competitions to run their own, but I want those Platinum Pennant players to play grade 1. No marquees. You play for your club and the best club wins. Look, no disrespect to Corrimal. They won the men's open gender, but...
Dawny, what a shot.
Yeah, there we go.
What a shot.
All right, it is due to play the replay. Dawny, Mr. Chalky, YouTube Live Sports. We at risk at missing Joe's shot, but I want to see Dawn's shot. Hopefully Joe doesn't do anything significantly.
Oh, almost a ting-tong.
Would have been. Look at that. That's the highlight reel. Mr. Chalky makes an appearance. What did I say? Floodgates?
Yeah. Good
I'm not Einstein, but I just had a feeling in my bones.
Good players see the finish line and put the extra gear on. But I think the culture at this club, everyone's got buy-in to play well for their teammates. They're all putting in the effort.
You hit the nail on the head. The culture when I came here this morning to get sorted. Yeah, there were a couple of greenkeepers before me, but you had 4 volunteers here.
Plus the ones that were inside. Yeah.
On a Sunday,
Yeah.
long weekend.
Volunteers here, we have plenty of them. And they're all fantastic and they help mould this club.
I'm thinking I've just got to change the ends here. Did everything but.
And it's
was
great to
fo-
see we've now got Harley back.
Yeah, yes. Now, I had a chat to Harley, and he should be on the live stream next match, I believe.
Yeah, he's standing over there.
Yeah. And that wasn't 4, that was only 2.
That was 2.
But there was a good, solid 2. But yeah, Harley, I had the misfortune of meeting Harley a couple of years ago at the turn of the year in the semi-final of the singles at the Grandviews, and I was up 5-2 against him, and I lost 17-7. He sadly lost to Jack McShane in the final.
Wow.
But
I've known Harley since he was about 8 years of age.
Yeah.
When he used to play a lot with Aaron Sheriff.
yes,
And he's just one of those steady guys on the green.
absolutely.
Cool, calm and collected, and his bowls are unbelievable.
Yeah, he was the bowls coordinator at Bargo, and then he's now back. And this is what I was saying, though, Katrina, about the culture here at Taren Point, going on the back of Wayne Turley and Mr. Green and your board and the people that are here. Mount Lewis, they've lost all their players because they're out of platinum. You guys have gained players, and you're building, and you now have 2 grade 1
We do.
pennants. The competition that you've been doing for your education to your 8 teams, I think there's 8, started in October.
Yes, correct.
I'm having a meeting, as I said, on Tuesday about pennants. We had a board up that people put their name down, but I don't know when they're available. Anyway, different.
A bit of a loose end, this one.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, they're coming up to lunch, you know, and oh, here we go. And that's, I said, Dave McEnany, you're still a legend. Kat?
I'm the old girl now, Dave.
Yeah, well, Dave actually finished runner-up to our co-commentator just before.
Dave had an exceptional year in the singles here.
Yeah, runner-up.
On the day of the final, it was about 42 degrees here.
Yeah,
It was a hard day to play a singles final and concentrate.
I was playing in, fortunately not to brag too much, but I was playing in my major singles final, which I managed to get over the top of, but it was just great to heat. I'm actually a person that loves the heat. A lot of people don't know this, but I've been on numerous Hawaiian Ironman, represented my country in triathlon for a number of years, but now I'm a swimmer and a lover of food and a bowler, so I'm a little bit heavier than I used to be. However, you never lose that competitive edge.
Never.
And I love it, and that's why I love playing lawn bowls, because I've never really been a team player. I'd rather play for myself because I only blame myself. I know how I train, and I'm not relying on anybody else, but besides walking pairs, I love playing fours, and I love playing open gender pennant. As a lead that I played, or second for DY this year, last year I played lead for Monavale and the ones. I'm undiagnosed with ADHD. I lead, I send a jack down, then I don't do anything for 10 minutes. Oh my God, that is so hard to then try and draw another two, and then you go away again. I mean, obviously I'm there as a team mate to try and support and stuff, but oh my God, talk about concentration. Now you're about to do that, and potentially 6 matches in 3 days.
Yeah.
Are you playing back end, or are they going to leave you alone and put you second?
They've actually picked me as third for Kay Moran, but I think...
How's your Scottish?
Yeah, I'm used to Kay. We won the Australian Open triples together years ago.
Oh, please. You know what? Viewers, can you do a Google spreadsheet for me?
No.
Oh, my God. It just rolls off the tongue.
And...
what year was that?
Long
you keep
time
saying
ago.
long. You know, or was it 2013? Are we talking early 2000s?
Yeah, go back a long
Oh,
time.
Jesus, you are old.
So I'm sort of used to her accent now. Dawny's 2 down here.
I had a chat with Kay, and it was probably about 10 words, and 2 of the words were A. What?
She likes saying great bowling, mate.
Mate. I have a brother-in-law, Mark Screen, in Barrel, who is Scottish, so I was groomsman at his wedding, so yeah.
But yeah, so the selectors are leaving it up to me whether I play third or play lead in that rink in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, don't play lead, you got to throw the jack. It's an extra pressure on your body. Anyway.
Yeah, but you can also sit down if you need to.
Yes, you can. But as second, you don't have to kick the bowls back, apparently. So look at the looseness again. We haven't had the tightness of heads that we did, and you weren't here last round, but you saw what was going on. So normally this is the food coma that happens after lunch. You know what I mean? But this is before lunch, but we're in the heat. Maybe they need some... Where's Scotty with the Zupa Dupas? All right, Dawny.
It's just a bit wide. I think they're a couple down, and Joe's got 1 to come.
Yeah, but there's 4 ends to go, and there's an 8-shot deficit. You know what? They can't do the knockout punch when they're 3 down. Well, it's looking like it might be only 2, but another one coming here from Joe. She gets to sit that,
Sits on that.
puts it through, that rolls out. Could be definitely 3.
3, maybe 4.
Magic fingers. How do you go with the magic fingers?
Oh, I'm not real good at them, but Kate is pretty good at it.
Well,
No, she's going to measure it.
Bob
Must
the
be
Builder's
close.
come out. Good work.
She's got the nice pink tape measure.
Love it. Love it. Has it got the KW branding on it?
Yes.
Gosh. Wonderful. You know when you pass, you're going to do a Katrina Wright day. You know that. That's going to happen.
Well,
It's just too significant.
A couple of years ago, I was honoured. They named the major singles here after me.
You can tell I've done my research.
They brought tears to my eyes that day.
Well, why wouldn't it? You got something in your eye, did you? A bit of dust.
Yeah. But that was such an honour.
Yeah, but look, you might bleed pink, but you're definitely the green and white with the Scorchers. You're on the board. Well, you're part of the committee.
Yeah, I think
You got your business here. You're on the live stream.
I think it's very important when the game's given someone so much to give back. And
Yeah,
I
I
just
agree with you.
try and give back as much as I can and help a lot of our newer players get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important part of this game.
Yeah. Tell me, 4 shots, 3 ends.
Yeah. They
Never
need to
say
lift again.
never. But no disrespect to Kate, but she hasn't allowed that platform for... Are you guys going? Yeah. Dawn and Fish? Yep. Great to see you. They've come all the way from Mona Vale. Suze Fisher is playing now for the Pittwater Pelicans. Katrina Wright, she is like the GOAT before Karen Murphy.
No, not
I
even
know.
in Karen Murphy's league.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming. They've just come to see all the way from the Northern Beaches to come here, but listen, you're too modest. Oh, I've got to change the camera there. My goodness. She's gone minimum.
Yeah. This short length has seemed to work for them.
All right, we'll just push your camera. So those two just there, Suzanne Fisher has come from Port City. Back in my triathlon day, she's a physio. And so she was with the Australian team with physio.
Wow.
But she's competitively mad. We went up and played. I didn't know she played lawn bowls, and she saw me on the green and said, "Matt, would you want to come to Port City?" And Port City and what's the other club up there? There were 3 clubs out there too, but they had a wonderful mixed pairs competition where there were like 72 teams or something, and they'd rotated around. Anyway, we got second in it and scored a whole heap of money, but I didn't know she played bowls, and within a week we went up there and said, let's go and play. So she's very competitive, but she's a bit like Dawn, hard on herself.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the heart's on the sleeve, so everyone sees when she throws the toys out, and then that gives her opponent that opportunity to go, well, I got you now.
Yeah.
So she's learning. She's given up caffeine. Well, she is a firecracker, but a lovely person, but loves this sport. Hence she's made a way to come and watch some of the best bowlers in the world here today.
Correct.
And we're getting to see it on the live stream. At 12:08, we've got Katrina Wright. I will do a bit of research about Katrina over the lunch break, and probably it's not going to be enough time. Tell me of the titles that you won. A bit hard to go past the Australian champion and champion singles. Is there one that stands out? Team or individual?
Probably when I played the World Bowls Triples over in Leamington Spa, 2004. I'd only been playing, not even 4 years, and I got to represent Australia at World Bowls. So I led up in the triples for Roma Dunn.
Oh, that's a name from the past.
Yeah, so I had Roma Dunn, Jenny Harrigan and myself, and I think that was quite special. And my world champion singles bronze medal.
Oh, come on. Okay.
And it was in the backyard up here at Helensvale.
Was it?
So unbelievable to play the world champ singles in front of an Aussie crowd.
So, what were you doing other than playing bowls? What were you trying to do to keep your living going? What were you paying? What were you doing? What job? Were you in property?
No. So when I was playing bowls at a high level, I was mainly involved in bowling clubs. So when I was at Cabramatta, I'd help Peter Bellis with the bowls organising.
Now you're name dropping.
Peter Bellis was one of my coaches for a long time.
Stop it! He's one of my favourites.
Unbelievable bloke. So
Hang on, just to digress. This is a very important end as we come back to that. Let's just focus on the bowls at the moment, because the girls, I think, could be 2 down at the moment. Or if you're looking
here comes Dawny.
She's just going to drop.
She's close.
She has got it. This is where the underdog has got nothing to lose.
Definitely
Where
not.
Dawny, you get the scalp of beating Dawn Heyman. You'll be posting it on every social bit of media. Look at this game. What a lovely bowl here from Joe. Oh, she got the absolute.
Wow.
Oh, no. The ricochet has gone back, and it is still 1 to Heyman and Walker.
Dawny needs to get another bowl in there, though.
She does, because they are down a
Pretty
little bit.
lonely.
Needs a friend.
She's close.
Oh. Oh, no. Hold on. She had to reach. Who's holding? Look at the giant killer on the screen right now. The team. Who would have thought that with 3 ends to play, Jeannie Thompson and Joe Bianchetto, the composite side, would be saying to Miss Walker and Miss Heyman, don't you guys like money?
It's not over yet.
And I'm not even going to talk about the fat lady singing, because whoever said that was so disrespectful to heavier set people. I love a bit of cuddle. You know what I mean? If I wanted to date a stick figure, I'd be locked up because it'd be a 12-year-old. You know, like horrendous. Anyway.
I think Dawny's got the shot.
They didn't give us much away, did they?
Dawny gave me a little nod.
Okay.
Is this going to get down?
Can I ask you, why was she playing that hand?
I've got no idea. There was a lot of traffic to get through.
Did she go to the head and read it and think she had shot? Because she should have played the other hand.
Correct.
Even to play under that bowl, she was going to pump that up, cover and count, but...
She must have seen something.
And look, no disrespect, I'm not in a skipper's head, but normally with this wind was going to come around to the
Dawny
northeast.
swings here.
It will. This easterly... That is in. It needs to fall. I'd be jumping right near it. Well, look at these great pictures in the women's classic pairs. It's, you know, it's great to be here. As we've got Bob the Builder come out. You're watching round 4. Actually, round 5. It's getting on in the day. Here on the women's classic pairs. She got it by a couple of centimetres. Live from the Taren Point Bowling Club. YouTube Live Sports. You better be live in it. What a game. Between the champions. Well, they're not winning at the moment, but they're winning this game. And they need to make up for their little mishap they had on the last round. Watching this game, Katrina, are they playing to a similar standard? Obviously, sometimes you can only play as good as your opponent lets you. Have they stepped it up a bit? And obviously, because they were defeated in the game before.
I actually think they played better in the game before.
Okay.
But they've played some good bowls here where it's been needed, and they've still got their nose in front. So.
Yep.
And the best thing is, you look at Dawny and her body language never changes. She always looks cool and calm, and, you know, nothing's really phasing her.
Yep. So this is a question probably for Dawn Heyman, but St John's Park, she's found a home there. You came from Cabra. I've already mentioned the 4 or 5 big clubs where women bowlers of significance are.
Yeah.
Her home at St John's Park for now.
Yep.
Does she go, someone comes tapping? Is it the connection that she has with Bree? Is it Bree Twisty's
Brianna
fiancée?
Smith, yeah.
Yep.
I also did 3 years at St John's Park.
Okay.
And it's a very similar club to this in the fact of the members are so supportive of you.
Okay.
And Dawny's been through a rough ride with her family, and they have really rallied in behind her and supported her through some pretty tough times.
Just to interrupt you, I played Metropolitan before Platinum Pennant a couple of years ago and had to play there on a Friday night at St John's Park. Before the renovations. Oh my God. It was like playing in the middle of Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
It was huge.
It's a pretty cool atmosphere.
But I did get to play against Dawn in that match, and Ryan Bester was the skip, and Dawnie was playing third, and I was playing third for Adam Glue and Monavale, and we had no fly-ins, and we got destroyed. But I had chat to Dawnie about, we won't go into her family stuff, but yeah, she was going through a real rough spot, and she teared up when I was speaking, and I didn't even know her. I was just being a bit empathetic and understanding of her plight. But so you're saying that St John's have been really good to her. So
unbelievable.
You'd sort of owe a bit of loyalty.
Yeah, and I think she feels comfortable there and she enjoys it. As I said, the members are very supportive of her. I'd love her to be here at Taren Point, but I don't think I've got enough money to throw at her.
Interesting, but tell me, in your experience, and look at this shot coming through with Kate Walker.
Great shot with Kate.
That is great. She needed to sort of do that, and she has, and that's the difference between the scoreboard now being a little bit of a different break. And last year, the year before, when Dawnie won nearly everything. I think the only thing she didn't win was she got beaten in the Metro Southeast or Northwest. She got beaten, I think, for the pairs, or she just didn't feature in one final.
Yeah.
But she won everything else. In your time, have you ever seen a woman do that? It's pretty.
No, Karen Murphy would have probably come close, but yeah, it was pretty sensational. I think Tash has probably come close, but there's not too many that win everything.
Very humble. All right, so the head has set up here beautifully. I will probably try and change to see if I can get a little bit of a lower look, but that's pretty much as oh no, I've got a little bit more. Yeah, that's as best as we're going to get. We might actually change the camera to see the girls on the mat. But you've got to start thinking about your most valuable player. I have my thoughts, but it's your vote, and you have to give me a reason why. And it can be from the losing team, but let's see how they go. And Joe has sent this down with a little bit of purpose, looking for some good fortune.
Once again, not dying wondering.
Yeah, you know, and that's... How do you go playing against people like that and they generally have turned over some good fortune? Is that just a case of going, well, you know it's normally shared, the good fortune, and you just got to roll with it, or you look at trying to cover if they're going to continue to do it, because in the end they are going to miss?
No, to be honest, I try and not focus too much on them. I think if I can change it up and make them not have two goes at it,
Yep.
I think that's the best thing.
So
Then-
she's let it go again because I can see it bouncing down the green. It's just more of her release point needed to be a little bit lower, but that comes down to flexibility. And as our bowlers find an ordinary release point near the hip, that's generally when I walk up and say, hey, it might be time for you to get an arm.
Yeah.
Or we're going to keep you on the rinks out wide. But here we go. Dawn.
It's just going to cut here. Might backdoor Betty it.
Yeah, and look, you probably haven't seen my little friend, but there was a little bit of swoop around there. Have you ever been dive bombed by a Maggie?
Oh, yes.
My little friend comes out sometimes. And I can tell you, Joe is going for 3 strikes here. She's looking to try and make connection. And sometimes...
2 more for Dawnie.
Sometimes that pays off. Well, look, with 2 rounds to play after this, it'll be interesting to see if these girls can put the finishing touches into a margin. We've only got 1 into play, so they can't switch off just yet. Have you been part of a graded or a tournament where you've missed out on the money by 1 shot?
Yeah, that stings.
Well, and then what do you say? Oh, I could have, should have missed that one, or that one that was...
No, let's go for a drink.
They've played a similar length, these girls.
They have.
And when you win an end,
Kate's nailed that.
this is what you need to do. A little bit of more of a turn coming through. The green speed probably gone up to about 14. Was a bit slower today with the heavy dew. Where I came from, the Northern Beach, there's a lot of fog. So
Yeah.
I knew here there was going to be a lot of dew.
But as I said, it does really push off this side bank.
Yep. Here comes Jeannie representing Ulladulla. Just past Nowra there, around the corner with Molly Mook and Narrawally. And
Sat on her.
well done.
Good shot.
I would say Jeannie's been my pick of the two, of the pairing. She's really given her skip a good opportunity. And to be honest, they were in this game up until 2 ends ago, where it was just a timing of execution from Dawn. And that's where I think about contributions. This is a really significant effort from this pairing. Have they played much bowls before together, Kate and Dawn? Because obviously they're from different clubs.
So actually a couple of years ago I played with Dawn, but I've been sharing my partners at the moment while I'm on the sideline.
Okay.
So Kate got to play with her this year.
Okay. Tell
But
me.
yeah, they've played a fair bit in the state bowls together.
There's Jeannie.
In the
Nice
state team.
balanced. That right leg supported. But tell me, with your injury, have you had many dips in your mood? Or you've been pretty okay?
Oh, I struggled a bit between Christmas and New Year.
Okay.
You know, after 13 weeks on a lounge,
Yeah.
and TV isn't my favourite thing to do.
Obviously, other than bowls, what you go to give yourself a little bit of a break from your brain?
I like cooking when I get a chance.
Okay.
Tends to relax me a bit.
Yep.
Work gets a bit full on. Oh, close here. Great shot, Kate.
Wow. It's a lovely shot. That's good touch. It wasn't overly played. She backed the line. Knows the bowls. Not that breezy here, gusty. It's more a bit consistent.
Today.
Yeah.
Some days it blows a gale.
Well, I was trying to. You notice I've got sandbags on my monitors?
Yeah.
They almost hit me in the face last night. Okay. Now, where's my little pink monitor? Notice my little mouse? Look at the colour of it. Pink. It's the only way I can see it. Here's Jeannie. What's she thinking? You had a beautiful smile, Jeannie, and great temperament. Her vibration was really nice. Very warming, welcoming person. Not bad line here. She's got these black and white XGs.
Just a bit quick.
Yeah, but I like the line out of her hand.
Yeah. I think the big thing in this game is Joe has played Dawny quite a bit, having come out of that sort of Lansdowne district.
Right.
So she wouldn't be as nervous as most people would be when you're coming up against Dawny.
Yeah.
So she's just
She
going.
might go, Dawn who?
Yeah, she just goes out there and does what she's got to do.
He's a bit naughty by not being back behind when Dawn's playing. I don't think that's very, very nice, but maybe that wasn't deliberate. But if it's
She
not
might
your,
be getting a bit tired.
if it's not your head, you get out of the friggin' road.
You do.
I would have actually said it straight out. Not that there's any nastiness, but there's etiquette, and I was speaking to Shane about intimidation and in a good way or a bad way, and there is etiquette that we try and educate our bowlers on how to play, and try not to celebrate those fortunate wicks too heavily, and unless you've called for it, of course. But we're all here to look after each other in the community. Yeah, great, competitive, rip in. But what I love about sport is what happens on the field generally should stay on the field. But if
Correct.
you're a goose...
Yeah, she's close. Great shot, Dawny.
Wow.
That's a
You know,
cracker.
the hat is off. We're going to go for the YouTube Sports replay. We're going to give it the connection it needs. We're giving her all the bells and whistles. There you go. That's you, Dawn Heyman.
She must like this one because she normally doesn't chase the bowls unless they're really good.
You're getting fabulous insights from Katrina Wright from Property Excellence, who in her
It's on
day
this
was
back one.
she tells us she was a reasonably good bowler in her day. Please. So, stupid question. Jackaroo?
Yes, it was.
What number?
Number 65.
Was that before Karen or after Karen?
No, Karen's been around forever. It was after Karen.
And what was it like to get that freaking cap?
You give me goosebumps even thinking about it.
How good's that?
Putting on that green and gold shirt, nothing is better.
Scores, please. Yes, I know. I'm going to try and get the Excel document. It will be definitely... I can't do anything about it. We will get onto it, and I will publish it ASAP, I promise. But I've been enjoying having Bowls royalty next to me.
And looking around the grounds here, we've got South Tamworth and K Moran.
And what's the score over there?
13 all on the last end. So,
Okay. Look, you know what? If I could switch my camera over there, how many was that? Dawn. Kate.
3, I think. Oh, 5.
That is...
Game, set, match.
Wow. Okay. So, look, we did speak about the floodgates opening, and that's a good pickup, a margin of 13. All right. So, Katrina, talk to me through your choice of most valuable player.
Look, it's hard. Like, there was some solid performances from all 4 of them. I think Jeannie did some great lead bowls, but I think when it mattered for the conversions, I think Dawny was very solid.
100%. Look, I know when we look at selection and we look at back end, conversion's a big part of that.
Conversion's
and the
massive.
drawing. Look, Kate was good, but she needed to be even better with setting up heads consistently, and I think that's what got the chocolates.
Yeah, and I think
Dawn.
Dawn's got a new car, so that smelly thing in her car would be lovely.
Well, look, we're going to play the fanfare. I'm going to give you some of these because the commentary was second to none. I'm giving us a 10 out of 10. Katrina Wright, you are outstanding.
Thank you very much.
I know I'm
Lovely
going to
being
call.
here.
I know I'm going to call when I come to Taren Point again. It won't be.
Have a great day.
It won't be Razor.
Time for a drink.
So what's on for the long weekend for you?
So we've got a band starting here at 2:30
Great.
this afternoon. We'll spend the afternoon here, and they do have bowls here tomorrow, but I'm over watching bowls, so we might just stay inside and have a drink.
And Inner Zone, is that the next best for you, or is this actually Pennant start before that? No, it actually...
No, so I'm not in Penance because it's Saturdays.
Yes.
So Inner Zone.
Oh, that's right, you.
And then Kate, Kay and I are off to the state triples in Dubbo in the middle of the year.
Terrific.
And then we're off to the state #1 pennant finals in Fig Tree. So, yeah.
Do you go to the Women's Championships at Foster? Or is that something you can't do because of work? You know, when they have the Women's Carnival.
I know, work.
Okay.
I've got to sell houses sometimes.
Well, look, it's a pleasure to meet you. And you know what? I have to get the mandatory selfie. So I won't post it unless you like the photo. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is friggin' awesome. Katrina Wright, property excellence, outstanding. So viewers, I'm ending the coverage now, but we will be back straight after lunch. We'll see you soon. End.